Good morning, guys. Gray or not? That's a good question. Hmm. Am I? Probably not. Hey, Jen Jen. How's everyone been? Did you guys have a good weekend? Yeah, it wasn't bad. Hungover. It was okay. I just had to like run a bunch of errands. So nothing exciting. SPX chat was fun last night. What did I miss? Hmm. All right. I had so much sake. Nice. I don't know about you, but when I drink sake, I don't stay drunk. Like I'll just get shit faced on sake, and then I'll stand up after I've paid the check, walk out of the restaurant sober. We tried to bully Maple into showing feet pics for 4 hours. She never caved. Chad. Even I've shown the Discord my feet. You missed Don Duck's thumb toe? No, I fucking didn't. I saw that shit. I assumed that he was a deformed Appalachian before, but now I know. I saw it. I mean rotation? Rotation to what? Are you still just longing commodities, hoping that one day it'll pay off? It will, but people have to sell all their tech first. Russell? Ugh, no one wants to buy that dog shit. What do you want to buy in the Russell 2000? Regional banks? Small regional banks? It's already like historically overpriced, right? Yeah, look, that's ridiculous. Double top. That's what it does. What about Maeve's husband wearing wearing a doll shoe? Anyone else zoom in on that out of morbid curiosity? I didn't see that one. That sounds amazing. Can we introduce forfeits for the person who got furthest from the weekly prediction, set by the winner of the weekly prediction? So what do you mean? I'm all ears, but you've got to elaborate. No? Okay. I should try sake. You've never had it? Don't they have sushi and sake like in the plains? Jay Fresh wins. He makes you wear a cat T-shirt or pick something funnier. I'm spitballing. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So up the ante. Hmm. Then we're all just gonna start predicting 45 points up week over week. That's the way to get us to consolidate our opinions. Loser stays in Dork's yurt. That's not a losing proposition. Jfresh has like 95 children. That's a win for him. A vacation, you mean? That is disgusting. Thanks, Jen. So strange. IWM 240 gang. You guys aiming for that retest at 244? I mean, yields going up's not good for small caps. There's just no big maturity wall till like beginning of next year. When SMCI at 40? I hope soon. All they have to do is not get delisted, right? Hmm. Carvana pets. Not yet. I wonder if there's a Hmm. Gamma Max is like 256. Just straight up. There's already interest building out to like 300 on it. I got 20 SMCI 40/41 debit spreads Friday for 8 cents. They seemed very underpriced. What a weird position. Why such a narrow spread? Like, how much more money was the $2 spread for double the potential returns? Does Root have anything besides Carvana? I don't know. Like, are they a functional business without Carvana? Not really. But they're going back up again. Breaks 120. Next stop is like 150. Don't forget that they reverse split somewhere down here, too. Yeah. A 1 for 18 reverse split. So it's only got like an 8 million share float. Narrow the spread to protect the theta burn over the weekend. Then Monday, close the short leg. Oh, okay. So if SMCI opens at 40 on Monday, I mean, besides fraud, I don't think anything's fundamentally changed on SMCI since it was several $100s. They did the 1 to 10 split. Yeah. Fair enough. It's looking a little bit better to the upside. Starting to get interest at 35, 37, 40, 45, 50. Delta picks up a bunch over 41. Nice and liquid. All the way out to like 65, and then things kind of flatten out. SPX 6200. No. Although looking a bit more bullish after Friday. But Vega neutral is like 6100. We could get a new high if this grind up continues. This bounce isn't very strong. How the fuck is volume turned on? Yeah, this doesn't look like, technically, this doesn't look great. If we fail the retest of 6,000 on ES, it's going to be bearish. Quite bearish. The dollar needs to go up more, though. And it's going up a bit, but it needs to go up much more, like 110, 113, to start pushing into like the like lower mid 6,000s. Who gonna get put debit spreads at a test of 6,000 on ES? Like 6,000 test on ES or 6,000 test on SPX? 6,000 test on SPX is not going to be that. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be that immediately bearish. We can push up to like the highs 660x x. It's like 6080, 6090. We could get a new all-time high. Like 6100 test ES at least. I missed out on the drop last time, so I'm trying to find a responsible way to hold some exposure. Okay. I mean, I would say that if we test 6,000 SPX, it's probably going to go higher. We would need to fail before that for a bearish continuation. I missed out on the drop last time. Just because everyone made like a bunch of money on 6,000 Ps doesn't mean that history is going to repeat itself, though. I think that's like a pretty common thing that people do here. That's a bit of a mistake, is that they'll like miss a position and the next setup for that position they'll take it, but the dynamics have changed. Right. That was really good because we moved up really, really fast into Vega neutral. And there was no support, nothing had been built up to the downside, right? Now we're consolidating and we're building that support. And so the next test of 6,000 is going to be far more stable. You made it seem like a no-brainer. Like, how did everyone make money? I mean, anybody who bought and held the Friday 6,000p made money. The goalposts are always moving, Sisyphus. It's the stock market. It's constantly going to the right. You gotta just keep chasing them down. Like even analysis on it. Like the second you speak it into existence, it changes it changes the potential outcome. Even think it into existence. It's chaotic, right? Nothing stays in place for long. That's why I do pickles picks every night, because like week long frames are too big of a range to analyze that accurately. So just like everything else in the market, you can have models that are stable and highly accurate, or you can have ones that are, well, stable and less accurate, or ew, highly accurate and unstable. That's why like you'll see so many traders who use like daily time frames and swing trade because the success rates are higher. You have no agency. You only have agency. One second. I gotta answer this real quick. All right, I'm back. I'd be happy just selling SAX credit spreads, but even that seems risky as conditions change so quickly. Well, we're in a very turbulent and frothy market, right? I mean, everything's running at like 30 to 150 forward PEs. So, you know, people are flighty with their bags. It was a VN play. Historically, hitting VN results in a drop. Yeah, it was. But it was also the rate at which we went and tapped VN, right? It wasn't slow. Like we moved up what 500, 600 basis points in like 3 days. Almost 500 basis points in 3 days. There was no way that like durable support was going to be built on a move that rapid. And then a move that rapid into what is mechanically a really really hard resistance um was pretty bearish. So if you had a little bit of like a touch of theta, there was a lot of money to be made in playing the mean reversion, which we got, right? You're gonna tack to going to tack to gold 20 years? What do you mean? Like gold is a like backing the dollar with gold? Is that what you're talking about? That's never gonna fucking happen. It's an archaic system. No one's gonna use that anymore. If that happens, the dollar is long gone. So you got nothing to worry about. The out of money factor was also present, right? Dollar didn't rise hard enough. I mean, dollar rose pretty rapidly. Is still rising, but yeah, there was definitely we were getting a bit thin on available leverage. That leverage has continued to expand even after our drop, though. The dollar's still quite high. It's yeah, it's at its highest level since 2022. And what everyone's doing is they're betting on the increase in inflation, even though it hasn't presented itself yet. Back it with Bitcoin, what could go wrong? Quantum computing. That's something I don't understand about Bitcoin. For all of the Bitcoin enthusiasts, let's call them that, do they understand that the lifetime of Bitcoin is only exists until quantum computing is figured out? It's like what, 7 to 12 years. Thoughts on China right now? Industrial metal has been slaughtered. Yeah, because China's economy is garbage, and they're not going to build anything or do anything for a decade. They're still trying to like band-aid their collapsing housing market and deal with the fact that all of the countries they gave money to, no one's going to give them any money back. Then someone will use quantum computers to hash Bitcoin at a faster rate. No, to break the security. If AI isn't here yet, quantum computing is 30 years away. Totally different things. We have quantum computers already. They're just not great. There's still hurdles, but we're closer to solving quantum computing than we are like actual intelligence. Also, there's like a very clear trajectory to solving quantum computing. Fusion energy is only 40 years away. Fusion energy researchers 60 years ago. Yeah, it's always, I mean, fusion's always like 20 to 30 years in the future, right? Yeah, it was only 20 years ago, years away. AGI, AI researchers in 1968. We figured out a really cool way to pull random information out of a database, though. Not the information you want, but just random information. God, I wish I could chat on weekend stream. Like, no one understands SHA 256 encryption. Girk's right, go figure. I know I am. Once the securitization of tokens is broken, crypto is worthless. When people are like, oh, we'll figure out ways to beat quantum computing. No, you won't. The worst part about that is everyone's going to figure out my name. We will eat you? Why in caps? We already know your name. It's Girk. Yeah, I know. But then you're going to find out my name's actually Girk, and it's going to be weird. Yeah, who the fuck names their kids Super Toaster anyway? They were artists, you know, it's just... It's very aggressive. You said we will eat you, and you will be so tasty. And while I agree, I probably would be delicious. It's aggressive. I mean, both outcomes are the same, right, Simo? If you could hash it at 300x the rate, then it would also be worthless. Yeah, if I'm going to be consumed, I don't want it to be in like a storm of fury. More like a chef's table kind of thing. 14 courses or something. Each one to be appreciated. Wouldn't the breaking of all encryption be more pressing than BTC crashing? Yeah. Quantum encryption's already a popular research topic among crackpots. You know what dollar looks a lot like? IWM. Huh. Why would you want to be long the dollar? I want the fucking yen to go up to like 158, 160 so I can long it again. But I need Yuta to not do anything at the next meeting. And he's getting cantankerous. Jimmy isn't up because the dollar is up and they have all that cash. The current market cap of GME is wildly in excess of their cash on hand. Market capitalization's 11 billion. GME should be at like 13 or $14. It's up because morons keep buying it. Also, it topped the other day. I was like, this is the top. And then I sold calls, and then look, it hasn't gone back up there again. And people are like, no, it's going up. Fuck you, Gurk. But it's not. Institutions are buying it because its market cap goes up. But if its market cap goes down, they sell it again. Do you understand how ETFs work? But they just bought. Yeah, and they'll just sell. Those positions are always in flux. It's not like hedge funds go out to the market once a quarter like cowboys at a cattle auction and they're like, I'm gonna take some of that and raise it. No, they just fucking buy and sell it all day long. You just have a snapshot of what they had at the time that that snapshot was taken. And even I mean, what is there? One jerk off at the SEC reviewing those? We're talking about the agency that can't even publish the FTD report on time, even though it's 15 days delayed. All the shares are taken away by DRS. What about all the ones that Ryan Cohen just issued? GameStop has what? 6 billion cash on hand? Something like that, like 5.86. If its market cap hits 12 billion, Ryan Cohen will fucking probably just issue more shares. Like over 12 billion, just another share offering. It's free money, right? If you yokels are going to keep buying it, then he can just keep stealing money. Imagine buying Jimmy at 2x its cash holdings. What the fuck is wrong with you? If I was like, I have $100, I want you to give me $200 for it. Yeah? Bullish? Liquidity is strong with them. Drake, why are you slowly admitting to being one of the crackpots that you just lambasted? I'm more interested in quantum dildos. What about quantum dildo teleportation? What's he possibly going to do with all of that money? It looks like he's trying to turn GameStop into a card shop. One of the one of the least profitable and worthless business models in existence. Although he doesn't have to change employees, so that's maybe a big plus. And the stores will still smell the same. So Schrodinger's pussy. Nice. If you had access to quantum computing, why waste your time on crypto? Because you could steal it all anonymously. What's the total market cap for crypto? Like 3 trillion or something? Like if you put all the shit coins together, it's like Apple. 5 GME shares. GME's a money machine for me. Sells CCs, keeps my port alive. I mean, I figured out a long time ago that you don't need to own GameStop to sell CCs on it. It's almost like in this market, you can sell things that you don't own. Huh. It's crazy. I mean, no, because there's records of all that shit. Records in crypto are anonymized because everything's moved between wallets. So here, yes, you could steal all of the stocks out of someone's account and then they could just be replaced because the record of the ownership of those stocks exists and who owns them. One share of AMC isn't going to make me 800K. No, probably not. I can see it now. The dumbest possible timeline. Which one? Elon and RC buy MSNBC together? Oh, gross. MSNBC is already like full of Twitter influencers. Is anything going to actually change? We're already in the dumbest possible timeline. We are, yeah. Haven't you seen Jay Fresh's Little Mermaid chart? Is there more risk with PMCC than regular CCs that poor men already use already? Yeah, a little bit. Very, very rarely, but occasionally. Was Jimmy's earnings for this quarter usually good? Like quarter three earnings coming up, right? Not particularly, but they should be, given all of their net interest income. They should at least have positive EPS. Although they didn't last quarter, which was weird. Maybe Cohen started buying like longer dated treasuries and now he's like 30% underwater. Why do you need to hack Forbes or Reuters? You could just write articles as a freelance person. Whatever you do, don't go into the SPX chat. Okay, so I'm going into the SPX chat. Carl's driving to Chicago. Oh, is he gonna go? Or JFresh is driving to Chicago. Is he gonna sleep with Carl again? JFresh is talking about labias. And you're talking about vast deference. You guys don't use sexy, anatomically correct words? Wait, does that mean JFresh isn't showing up again? Not one of you guys have discussed the Crura. What about the prepuce? If you can't find the prepuce, you're never going to find the clitoris. I think he hates us. Well, I mean, he does, but now he's also just not tolerating us. Maybe he got in trouble. Maybe his wife heard our conversations one time. He can show up. He's in Chicago. We have phones and internet here. Hmm. Their chair's collecting dust. Don't let him hear you say that. He's gonna get very upset. All right, more stock stuff. This is stupid. What's the pink line on your chart? You're drawing a 45 bip increase week over week. Keep my CCs open or close them out. Rocket Lab? Or KLB, right? Look at that go up for no reason. Exciting. Do we have data on it? I don't. I don't have data on it. I don't know. Maybe. Damn it, Turk. What the fuck, man? Are you yelling at yourself? How's Beyond looking? Like it's $4? Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's still $4. It's $4 and it looks like it's getting shorted. And it's very liquid. Although I might start accumulating some synthetic logs. I'm not in a big rush to get a pile of them. How's Apple looking for credit spreads? Hmm. Still kind of far off of Gamma Max. Delta and Gamma are pretty flat. There's still some upside positioning on it. A lot of it's longer dated, though. In the short term, like it's still got some room to the upside. I don't know, maybe like 32.50 or 35. I'd be more willing to sell something on it. You could probably maybe on the put side, there's something to sell there. 27, like 27.50 or 30 puts might be worth selling. It doesn't look all that exciting. Might be able to short strangle it. Is the short strangle worth it? It's usually not. Mm. 2.3% yields on 1 week. It's not terrible. I already went over SMCI. It's starting to build interest to the upside, or more interest to the upside. Picked up some gamma at like 35, 37, 40. But I'm more interested on if it can get above 40. Like this range, like 40, 41 to 65, looks quite interesting. There's a lot of like sold calls in there that are starting to close out. As it moves up more, they should close more of those. Realize vol's still picking up. Yeah, I mean it's got room to run. Gamma max is at like 75. Time frame? I don't know. I have shit for like January. I still have $50 leaps. Just sell 100 Ps on Apple for that sweet, sweet BIP. Who's gonna fill that? Like above your commission. Have Nvidia Greeks changed much? No, not really. Since earnings, Gamma Max is coming down a little, which I don't know. Nvidia hasn't looked really bullish in a long time. A little bit of shit fell off with the expiration. It dropped about like 11 billion in Delta. Looks like the support under 40 is pulled back. But I could still just chop between like 40, 45. There's enough interest there. If it does lose 40, probably big dumps. Vol's coming down pretty quick. Actually, Nvidia looks kind of bearish. pretty similar to like end of August when it pulled back. Isn't a video leap puts or just a hedge though, right? What do you mean? Mine? I mean, they're not a hedge. I don't expect them to go in the money. I just want them to price up on a move down. Like I'd be perfectly okay closing them with Nvidia testing like 120 or 100. Hmm. I feel like if there's another dip in Nvidia, it's probably not a dip that I'd want to buy. I don't know. Maybe that's more true next quarter. We'll see what happens. Their earnings were not what people wanted them to be. Their capex was over what was expected, and their forward sales guidance was shittier. But it could take a while for the market to reevaluate the share price. It's not going to necessarily be immediate, and because they beat on earnings overall, they're gonna still be willing to hold or maintain the current price until there's more confirmation that things are in decline. I'm guessing anything to do with MSTR would be just ridiculously risky. Yeah, it is. Although Bitcoin's keeps getting rejected at 100,000. Um, if Bitcoin pulls back, like if Bitcoin fails back to like 60, 55, um, if I remember correctly, the way MSTR structures their leverage, they get fucked really hard. That happened before, like the last time Bitcoin tanked after 2021. MSTR would fall to like 150. Yeah, lower, I think, actually. I saw you call a drop on it last week. Yeah, the intraday is kind of fun to play. A little too pricey in the first half of the week for my taste. Like the risk reward's just not worth it. But um, in in the back half of the week when the options start to get a little cheaper out of the money, it's been pretty fun. TTT. Why? 95? Aggressive, but okay. I don't know. I mean, I think the Fed's just gonna not like they're gonna back off of their rate cut cycle, right? Because they can't have yields on the top end explode anymore. They're already getting kind of dangerous. So yeah, maybe the Fed like no more cuts, and then when's the next like big meeting with the dot plot? Things get a little more indecisive at the next big meeting, and then if inflation rises, they hike again. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Hey, Dork, what are you doing? It's like 2:30. It's time for you to get on. Just gooning. Well, goon with me. Mutual goons.
Yeah, Mom, I gotta go. But anyways, yeah, just let me know how
It's just not the same without Jay Fresh here, is it?
I did put it in my butt. So uh yeah.
I'm gonna record all of these over the years and then just send them to your mom as one really long voicemail.
Okay, Mom, yeah, yeah, I will. I'll let you know how it goes. Bye. You should.
Like a present, you know?
I don't hate it.
How you doing, man?
Good. Just hanging out,
Your
feeling
your
relieved that my computer's not dead.
your mic's so much louder. Why would your computer be dead?
My cat decided to spill a drink on it.
Ooh, like in the
Yeah, that was
case?
fun. Like right on top of the top vent thing, you know? But all the liquid managed to get onto the spot where there's like no problems, like right above the connectors.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I quickly turned it off and cleaned everything off, and
As long as you get it turned off in time and it's not like salty or sugary liquid, then you're good.
it was just beer.
Oh, that's both of those things.
it
Beer is
didn't.
conductive as fuck.
I didn't. It. Yeah. It was a mess, and my keyboard's still pretty sticky. I might have to get a new $5 keyboard.
Or just one good one.
Well, yeah, but then I would have had to take it apart and spend a lot of time fixing it instead of just doing what I'm going to do with this one, which is throw it in the trash.
Fair enough.
How's things going? Is SoFi gonna go down like ever?
No, I said it was going to go up like 3 weeks ago. I said
Well, yeah,
SoFi
it
looks
just keeps going
bullish.
up.
Yeah,
Why does it keep going up?
fintech's like rocketing. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, these banks are going to make so much money off of lending people money at 7 or 8%," until they realize that no one's going to get loans at 7, 8%.
Oh yeah, it's probably the student loan shit. That's probably why they're going nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So what, like $25? 30?
To stop for now.
Oh God.
I feel so
Yeah.
good. I'm really happy for all of Bruce's bag holders. They've they're maybe finally profitable after averaging down their SoFi that he had them all buy at like $22.
Yeah, there's a dude, one of my friends, has been holding SoFi for like a year, and he's
Well,
real happy about it.
that's not so bad. Buying it at like $4 not awful. Buying it at $20 was terrible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, no, he's fucking stoked right now. He has an obscene amount of shares, and I was like, well,
They were
at
cheap.
some point you might want to sell calls on it.
You know what I had an obscene amount of shares in? Schwab.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people never figured out how to read their balance sheet and were
Oh,
convinced for like the longest time that they were failing, and then they just kept beating earnings.
nice. So your thesis on Schwab is just I'm smarter than everybody?
No, just like smarter than Motley Fool, which isn't like a high bar.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a very disappointing thesis.
Yeah.
But hey, a lot of theses are very disappointing when you drill down into what they really are.
I did sell a bunch of it the last time it topped around like 70, 72, 75, which is a bit sad, but I still have some left. So
I mean,
that's
if
that's
your
where it's
cost
at.
basis is covered, why do you give a fuck?
I don't. Yeah. My
There you
cost
go.
basis is like I bought down in like the 40s
No, yeah, who gives a shit?
after the banks shit the bed. I was like, wait, this isn't a bank.
I mean, they're like no, wait, no, they're not. They're not a bank.
They have banking services.
They're like bank adjacent.
Yeah, but you can't, like, everyone's reading their balance sheet like they're a bank. And then it looks really, really bad. But they're not a bank, they're a broker. And so their balance sheet's really, really not that bad.
When is Webull gonna become a bank?
Mm, good question. When's Webull going to be publicly traded in the US?
Probably never.
Technically, Webull already is a bank because it's like the broker side of or like well the public broker side of uh god damn it. Fucking ass. I always forget the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know who the brokers they're fucking playing with.
It's not. I always want to say it's Lazard, but it's not Lazard.
Fucking tasty trades.
Um,
Ninja Trader. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I don't. So many things out there are also like, brokerage adjacent.
yeah. I used to know because people asked me about it all the time. Uh, because of GME, but I've forgotten.
Well, I mean, obviously, like any brokerage that isn't. Wait, which brokerage isn't crime anymore for GME?
Oh, I don't know. Computer
Computer
share.
share,
Yeah.
which means Schwab. That's who they use for their
Yeah,
brokerage services.
that is.
Okay.
Oh, it's BNY Mellon.
Ah,
Yeah, Weeble's the like public broker arm of BNY Mellon.
nice. Well, do we want to talk about stocks or?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Somebody is asking. Oh, it's Nuke. Nuke's got a question on the Sunday stream.
Ooh.
I was bored yesterday shopping and poked around Meatball. What do you think about VRT? Hmm.
What do they do, Nuke? Do you know?
Well, they've gone up a lot.
Digital infrastructure. Okay, so they're like okay, power management, bus bars, thermal management. Yeah, so these guys are a secondary to
AI.
yeah, to AI.
Hmm.
Bad.
I'm gonna go look at the options, Chan. Has it run its course?
It's up like 100 and something percent from its low, it looks like 120% from its low. Of
We got like a weird blank day on it
course we do.
in November. Or just like a weird day to day.
Shit happens.
Yeah. I don't know if that's topping out.
There's a lot of OI at like 150, 160 Jan of year after next.
Yeah, there's still a lot of interest to the upside on it. I
Yeah,
think it could
yeah,
keep
it's got moves.
going.
Yeah, yeah,
You'd want, I think you'd want theta, but like it looks like it could keep going up.
yeah. It looks like everyone's got theta. That's what they're doing.
Bias confirmed, all full port.
Nice.
It can take a really long, just so you know, it can take a really long time for those calls to get in the money. There's nothing like in between, and the total OI is pretty low. Like
Yeah,
there's big OI at major strikes, but everything in between is just empty, like empty space.
yeah. I wouldn't be so shocked to find out some of those are sold.
Well, if they're sold and they start closing, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of what you're waiting for, I guess.
Yeah, because well, Nuke, I guess there's no better time to address this than on the stock you're asking about. I don't know why spot's not showing up in the right area, but it's like right here. So there's a little bit of range to the upside. It could keep going, like maybe like 40, 48, 49, but it's going to run into a lot of resistance.
Why did you point out an issue with the UI, Girk?
Well,
You're
because
such a dick. God. It's like you don't know the poor guy.
no, I do know the poor guy. That's why I pointed it out. Because there's no better way to get it fixed.
Well, there is a better way, Girk. It's to say everything's perfect and amazing.
Well, it's not like I can tell you and it'll get fixed.
I mean, well, yeah, you tell me and I get really defensive. And then eventually it might get fixed.
uh, getting milk out of developers is extremely difficult. It requires nuance. Public shaming, private praise. What? I've been milked more than Nvidia.
Oh, Nick, you're my favorite turnip. Okay. Actually, wait, no, I'm the turnip. You're freaking Bessie.
Oh, speaking of which, does our data work again or no?
It's tentatively working, but we're running into a hiccup trying to
Uh,
like just run it through our, environment that people aren't using.
yeah.
So once that our DBA is having a little bit of I don't know, he's got like 7,000 kids that are all like 1 month old.
Mm.
So and it's a
So,
Sunday.
so we're blaming it on Atomic.
I'm not blaming him. I'm waiting around for him to confirm some stuff, and then I'm gonna try to get it all fixed. And I want to figure out what went wrong during that run. And it's weird because it's like, you just filled 700 or like 1,200 cumulative years worth of data without much issue, and then like shit starts falling apart. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my god. Dev does have shiny shit. Ooh. That's fancy. I like the precision. Lags the cursor a little bit. I noticed some transparency on these sidebars. Oh yeah, milk is so hard. I mean, especially if you turn it into butter or cheese. What? Debunked? I'm just churning your milk, Nuke. Don't worry.
I love how I've turned shiny boing boing into a meme. It's great. The thing is I understand end users, Kirk. All right, they only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
What? Puts or
Shiny boing
calls?
boing.
Uh, I
They
thought
just
they
want they
just
want the
wanted to
happy go lucky
know.
life.
I thought they just wanted to know when to buy puts or calls. So my 3 years of research is completely incorrect.
Well, yes, actually. Well, they want to. The thing is they see flashy lights and they automatically come up with an assumption about that.
Hmm.
So you give them the feeling that you're telling them to buy puts or calls, when in reality they're just manufacturing that intuition.
This sounds like the gamification of investment assets.
Whoa, 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 Girk. No, no. Let's
Hmm.
take a step. Let's take a step back here and really think about that. Okay, we are a very serious company. All right, and we are providing top-notch data.
We are.
Okay, it just looks really cool
That's yeah. Because why would you want it to look shitty?
because then old people think it's a legit service.
Okay, Nuke. If this little thing doesn't pin to my mouse, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, why did you go and insult him again, Girk?
He's triggering my autism. He understands.
Dude, you're so mean to him, okay? Stop being so mean to
I
him.
love Nuke. I'm not mean to him at all.
Yes, you
What's
are,
with
Girk.
everyone feeling like they're being I'm being mean to them?
Look, Girk, all right? The only person who you're allowed to get mad at for things that aren't their fault is me.
All right, fine.
I am the Todd of technical issues, okay?
I think that's just your kink, and I don't want to play into it.
I mean,
I think it's become overly sexual for you, and that makes it less fun.
well, it's because I've pretty much in my head you've essentially become my dad. So when you get mad at me, it
Uh,
does spur a lot of very confusing feelings.
is this like when you called Atomic Dad the other day?
Maybe. You see, the thing is, I'm trying to appeal to Atomic's sense of fatherhood, so that way he does stuff for me.
Mm, crafty.
Yeah, sometimes I need stuff to happen, so I just behave like a 6-year-old until it happens.
Wow, Nuke. Wow. It's okay. I know Nuke can't tolerate the cursor lagging for as long as I can.
Yeah,
It's already now that it's there, it's already driving him nuts. Because me and him are at almost equivalent levels of autism.
I just try not to look at the front end anymore because whenever I say a suggestion, I think the knee jerk reaction from the whole group is to just like completely go the opposite direction. So I really should just I should just play into your guys' suggestions so you change them.
Ew. You're gonna reverse psychology us?
Yeah, no, it's exactly what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna just do it in a really sarcastic way though, and it's not gonna work.
All I want to say, Girk, is that when JFresh asked Carl for some graphics on the thing, Carl specifically said, "All right, JFresh, but if I do this, Dork wins."
Whose idea was it to use like 1940s boating equipment?
We just said a name, and it was a pretty cool name, but I just hate our propensity to go for shit that's like fucking. Let's just I
This
don't
is
know.
just turning into a public developer meeting.
It's just frustrating, but I digress, and I really don't care. If you guys want to do it, then fucking go for it.
Excellent. That's perfect.
That's my job, right? Manage. I just as long as the name shows up, I guess I have to be okay with it.
You just gotta kind of try to constrain the chaos.
I tried really hard
Knock
on
knock.
Friday
Who's
night.
there? 6 hours and POC implemented and deployed to dev. We weren't saying you weren't amazing. I was just complaining about the chart's propensity to lag behind my cursor.
Look, Nuke, the shiny
That's
boing
not
boing
you.
go boing boing,
You didn't make the charting software.
but the boing boing doesn't boing enough, okay?
It needs to be springier. This is springier
Yeah,
boing.
boingier. I'm sorry I'm using so much technical jargon on you, Nuke, but look, we have very specific needs, okay?
Why is copper getting wrecked? I'm gonna assume because you bought it, Sisyphus. That's the most valid thesis I have.
uh, I don't know. The entire market's kind of weird right
Didn't
now.
you buy copper like 2 years ago when I was like, man, I'm gonna buy a bunch of copper here? So you should be up like fucking 400%. Why are you worried about the price of copper now? You don't you don't have to worry about the price of copper.
Well, he's
You
been waiting
already
until
made money
now.
on it. No,
He's been waiting.
he was buying back then because he was nagging me about copper every weekend for the last 3 years.
Well, no, he
Well, two
wasn't. I don't
years.
think he was buying. I think he was probably just waiting to buy
Oh, you think he
and being
bought like
very
after it
hesitant.
ripped?
Exactly. Like right at
Ah,
the top. He was
God,
like, okay,
fucking damn it.
I'm confident enough in this rip that I can buy it. Okay, Sisyphus, then you're fine. Why do you care?
Yeah, what are you worried about? A little bit of
Just cover
a
your if you're nervous,
decade-long
cover your
economic
face.
setback in the second largest economy. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Honestly, just cover your cost basis if you're freaked out. I mean, like it's that simple.
Yeah, let's look at Upstart. Upstart did a fun this week. It started going up again because fintech bullish for no reason.
I'm still pissed I sold that $16 call on Upstart.
I know you would have been rich.
Yeah, there's a few of those in my pocket.
if
Yeah, I
you
bought it like
if
11.50 and I sold a $16 call and I was like, fuck yeah. And then it went to fucking like $70. I was like, God damn it.
dude, Upstart's gonna go to like $80.
I don't doubt it.
Hmm.
They have the best of both worlds, fintech and AI, Kirk.
Yeah.
If anything, they
Fin
need to be
eye.
at like $750.
Oh my god. Back to 2022 pricing.
Yeah, back to where people are like, what's that? I can't hear you. I don't know what they do. I mean, you're breaking up.
I mean, 2021, like end of 2021, beginning of 2022 was perfect because their books were just loaded with debt that they couldn't get rid of. And that's what's happening again. So, yeah, what better time?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that financial insecurity was bullish.
Yeah. It's the most bullish thing. That and fraud.
Well, you don't forget about corruption and regulatory capture. That's the most bullish of them all.
I was kind of talking about this on the stream the other day. Like, if we were any other country and all of our corporations were, trading at like fucking 50x earnings, people would be extraordinarily afraid for the future of our economy. Right? Because that would mean that nobody has any faith in our currency.
Well, if you want to see how cynical our stock market is, just look at the Tesla chart post election. Like that alone was pretty shocking to me. I was like, so we're just overtly like straight up pumping shit because of like literal corruption now, like the potential for corruption
Yeah,
in our government. All right.
that's yeah, a government. You mean like a government? Somebody who holds a government or cabinet position with tons of power also owns Tesla.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just I just love that is, what we consider to be a perfectly healthy and normal functioning economy.
Yeah,
And it totally works for the little guy. The little guy's doing great in this economy, and this clearly exemplifies that.
I agree.
Just don't look at target stock.
Speaking of Target, is that going to turn around? I think it sold off a
Uh,
little too hard.
I don't know if it did or not. One more earnings, and I'd probably. I mean, I probably will like go up a bit just to recover because yeah, I was a big sell off, but I think anybody who wants to buy Target is going to wait. People are. It's like we're in a weird spot. Like like our economic data says, normal people are doing amazing. Everything is awesome, and
Delta
then Target comes out
neutral,
with an earnings like it did.
Delta neutral on Target is a 148.
Why?
Gamma and Delta on the dealer side both went positive on Friday, and it closed at 125.
Well, yeah, that's it did sell off a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, I think if Target gets over 130, it's gonna rip, like back up again.
Yeah, I forgot. I was looking at their earnings, like their actual like earnings, and I was like, this looks pretty terrible for a company that sells things to people. But then I remembered
Um,
in my infinite wisdom that earnings don't matter. So yeah, it's probably gonna go back up to like 150.
yeah, were they even that bad? I mean, they still made money. That's the most bullish thing ever.
I mean, kinda, but their operating income was down 11% quarter over quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
Their normal
They're
their EPS
they
is down
have positive
16% quarter over
margins.
quarter.
They have
Their
positive
EPS is
margins.
down. Their EPS is down 16% quarter over quarter.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking awful. But doesn't matter anyways.
straight up.
What's their PE? Oh, their PE is only 13, dude. We got to pump those numbers up. They need to say AI and get that up to like 70.
Target's gonna implement AI security.
AI shopping suggestions while you shop. Little speakers behind every shelf that suggest, "Hey, you should buy this.
Oh my
You
god,
should buy this."
the grocery store I went to the other day had AI shopping baskets. It's got
Oh, really?
like a little ring around the top of the basket. When you throw the thing in, it scans it and then suggests other things for you to buy based on like a chatbot model.
Wait, but shouldn't they just like when you put it in the basket, then you can just like walk out of the store with it and have it be automatically billed to your account?
Yeah,
That would be way more convenient.
that's exactly how it works.
Oh, it does that? Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
when you
hey, I
grab the
want
little
that.
basket, you like scan your card, like your credit card, right? You pick up the basket, everything you throw in it, you just own. Like, and if you take it out, it removes it.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Except it's a dude in India. Who cares?
Well, that's what AI stands for, an Indian. Yeah, it's just some guy watching a tiny webcam on the bottom of the ring, just like
Just
absolutely
frantically
sunken in eyes.
scanning and unscanning items.
Right? What the fuck is this?
Maybe that's how I test it. I'll go next time I go shopping, I'll just buy like Southeast Asian food and see if the suggestions are better. Cuz I grabbed a jar of like tomatoes for pasta and it was like, "Hey, would you like to try this zucchini?" And I was like, "No."
You know what you should do, Girk, is you should go in and get like 6 bottles of baby powder.
I'm gonna
And
mess with it. And the next time I go
just see
there,
what happens.
I didn't have a lot of time yesterday, but the next time I go there, I'm definitely gonna mess with it.
Look, it looks. I see you like to shop for baby powder. Here's some suggestions for baby powder.
It's just gonna give me oil and baby diapers.
Yeah, perfect. You're throwing off all the AI models, Girk. That way they don't find out who you are.
Smart.
Or maybe they do find out who you are.
How do you feel about potash? I feel like I don't want to talk to you about it.
I don't know. How do you feel about natural gas? Sisyphus.
Yeah, ooh,
That's
that's a good question.
I think that's more what you're getting at here.
Did you see UGI's earnings on Friday?
I didn't.
Oh, another amazing pickles pick, just paying off big. They killed it. They killed it on earnings.
Oh, nice.
I hope their payout ratio improves because I really don't want to lose my 6% dividend.
Well, they're gonna switch over to share buybacks eventually.
Oh, that'd be dope. I have I have too many shares.
Okay. Okay. God, I wish I had a portfolio like you, Girk, because then I could sell calls.
Calls on like utility companies aren't that great.
No, but they're still yield.
True, true. If you can get
But
fills, it really depends on how much you own. Even like like energy and utilities are tough. It's tough to get like enough liquidity if you have like 10,000 plus shares.
yeah, I mean, well, okay, so yeah, if you're trying to sell 100 calls at like one strike, yeah, you're just gonna make that fucking market.
Yeah, I mean you can really only do that in tech, and I hate owning so much of tech. I did have fun with QQQ when I picked up the QQQ on the last drop. That was nice.
I
But
mean,
I
you can
but I
sell
but
puts
I
on
I got
stuff.
I got assigned on all of it at 500.
I mean, you could sell puts on what's still a slightly cheap. You could sell honestly, you could sell puts on Nvidia and make a fucking killing. You have to block out the thought that this company is really only worth $10. If you block that out of your mind, you'll make a killing.
Interesting.
Right? It's like the people who were making fun of me for talking about selling puts on GME. You
Hmm.
know, the mods, their response to my thing was Mo asked tomorrow, right? That was the fear on selling puts, was that you would have
Why would
Mo
that
ask
be
happen.
the fear?
That's exactly what I asked, but they were just done.
No, is that when
But
you
at the
got
same
banned from Superstunk?
No, but I did get the most controversial post on Reddit for the day. That
Oh,
was fun.
nice. Well done.
Um,
How is
but
selling puts on a stock you're bullish on controversial? What a bunch of fucking morons, man.
don't ask, dude. Yeah, and at that time, like the yields on GME were something like fucking 17% for like some out of the money shit. And I was like, dude, how do you not like 17% on your cash and potentially a better cost basis on your shares?
MSTY for some heavy div in the short term, while MSTR is ripping face with high IV. Um. Okay, so since its inception, the fund has gained 75%, and it's paying out 138.2% dividend. That seems totally sustainable. How long do you have to own it for? A whole quarter? I mean, it's just gonna go to like 20 again, right? Honestly, this would be the time. Like if Vol starts dropping, that would be the time to get in on it. I think it pays out monthly. Looks like they paid in October. Next one's November 21st, so it was last week. But prior to October, September 6th, so October 4th, September 6th, August 7th. So they moved it into the back half of the month from the front. Okay, so they moved it into the back half of the month from the front half of the month. Hmm.
Ooh, Girk, you know you should sell puts on
What?
AMD.
I kind of want to get bullish on AMD again,
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
but I just want to.
IV on it is pretty juiced.
How juiced?
37% for December.
I swore I wouldn't buy AMD till it went back under 120 again.
Then just sell some 120 puts.
Those can't be worth it.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, but I mean, we're
It's like
talking like
Jan 17 120 put is 183 credit. So 15% yield. That's not terrible. I mean, like, I don't know. Here, I'd just sell the spread, right?
I mean, but do you want to own it?
Well, the yield on the spread is 63% versus just selling the covered put at 120 for 15%.
Yeah. I mean, just synth long at fucking like 120 and 160. No, it's not good enough. You gotta do like 120, 170.
Yeah, 120, 170 is net positive.
But I don't know. Just the IV on it's pretty stacked, so I was like, I might flex with it if I had 20 grand just laying around.
You know it would be, it would be sexy. Just
What's that?
synthloning 120.
You're a sick fuck, you know that?
It's $2,000.
I mean, it is. It's not like the worst, but you're a sick fuck.
Yeah,
So if it goes below 120, you're going to be buying shares
is that
for what?
120?
100,
I just buy.
135 bucks?
I would just buy shares at 120.
Well, you would, but you'd buy them with the put assignment, but then your call is going to expire worthless, and so you're basically buying it at a cost basis of like 130.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
21.
it's not
That'd be
that bad, but
$21. Well, yeah, so 141.
yeah. So not terrible, but I mean, now you got to wait for what, like a 7% move up before you're back to neutral on that position. I'd much rather just sell the puts and just fucking collect yield on the cash. And it's a 14% annualized. It's pretty good on cash. I mean, I don't know if AMD's even going to go to 120.
I had in the money UGI calls last spring. I couldn't sell them. Lesson learned. Literally the only plays I'm doing these days. What
What,
are?
selling puts?
Selling puts. I
Selling
love,
puts is a pretty good strategy.
fucking love selling puts. I sold a shitload of puts last week when we tested 855. I saw all that like sold put support building down there, and I was like, I'm not gonna let them make all the free money.
Everybody was looking at each other and saying that at the exact same time.
Yeah,
It was like that. It's like that. The Sinclair Media Group video where everyone's saying something's a threat to democracy, all in like the same tone and pace. It's exact. They're all saying the same thing you just said, just like that. But that's just the market for you.
What about MSTR? Is it going up? Is Bitcoin gonna hit 100,000? Will
It's
Tom
gonna hit
Lee finally be
100,000 like
right
that.
5 years later?
I could see Bitcoin going up a lot, but that's just purely because its market was pretty small. But I have a feeling there's a lot of people who would be happy with Bitcoin at 100,000, and they're going to do the thing that is why Bitcoin is useless, which is convert it to fiat currency.
Hmm. Yeah, well, just like Michael Saylor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, didn't they just get a fat like interest-free loan to buy Bitcoin with?
Yeah, they just used they issued a bunch of debt to buy Bitcoin.
Why would people buy that debt at 0%? It's just convertible notes, so like just fucking buy shares. Oh, you know why, Girk? You know
Because
why I think they did?
they're short and they need liquidity.
I think you're right that they are short. I don't know if they need liquidity though.
Mm.
Well, I mean, they will need liquidity in the future,
Yeah,
and that's
at which
why.
point they can convert.
Yeah, they'll just convert it when MicroStrategy's trading at like $10.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love how short hedge funds just gave MicroStrategy an interest-free loan because they are so confident in their short position.
Shh. Don't tell the bulls.
They're like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, take these billions of dollars, losers. You're gonna squander it anyways. Yeah, take the money.
I wonder how those Bitcoin 100,000 watch parties went over the weekend.
Did it not hit 100,000 over the weekend?
Nope.
Ah, damn shame.
That's like I said on Friday. That's the best price for hedge funds to sell because everyone else is going to hold. They're going to be like, I'm holding for 100K. And then everyone's just
Oh,
going
I
to
mean,
dump their bags all over them.
they're selling they're selling all the prices up. I would imagine because yeah, no one else is selling, so why not?
It's not all short hedge funds. For a long time, FAs couldn't get direct BTC exposure, but now they can. They don't want leverage BTC exposure.
Well, but MicroStrategy isn't just straight fucking Bitcoin exposure. You're exposed
Yeah,
to a company like
that does nothing except hold.
yeah, I mean yeah, there's a lot of weirdness with this. Like yeah,
I
you're not
mean,
just fucking
yeah, I don't think it's a lot of FAs investing into MSTR. It's a lot of vol sellers who want exposure to Bitcoin volatility, which is what MSTR is. It's like a Bitcoin vol index essentially.
I don't know. The whole thing's weird. We were done with Bitcoin after Sam Bankman-Fried, and then we were on AI, and now we're back to Bitcoin. I mean, can we just make up our minds about what we're unreasonably bullish about?
Well, I mean, Michael Saylor has to sell more of his Bitcoin asset for fiat currency for people to realize that he's not as bullish on Bitcoin as it seems. He's just bullish on making more dollars.
I had a lot of fun with JFresh when he started trolling people who were like Bitcoin bulls. When he was trying to have them express the value of Bitcoin without using fiat currency. It was the best.
What's Bitcoin worth?
Yeah,
Not in dollars or any other foreign currency.
right. Someone was like, Tesla takes Bitcoin for cars, and I'm like, well, how do they figure out how much Bitcoin the car is worth?
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it's so dumb. This whole thing is so dumb, Girk. It's
I know. I know. Just grin and bear it.
like, can we get back to like
It just
2007, 2008, when everyone thought that everything was worthless and the market was actually priced fairly?
yes, we can.
See, when investors are skeptical, that's when you see the reasonable price of everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty about these insane prices, right? Is that eventually they will revert.
I don't know, man. I think S&P's fair value PE is something like 60.
No.
Look, dude, come on. Let's be
10
real here.
10
AI.
10x earnings. Like 1850.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
So, yeah, calls to the moon. Let's fucking go. Sorry, short puts to the moon. Let's fucking go.
Well, you sell the short puts and then you buy the call.
Ah,
Yeah.
can we talk about
That way
TLT?
you use someone else's money to buy your call. Yeah, we
I
should
just
talk about TLT.
I just want to make sure Poopy is sufficiently scared for our bet. He says it looks like bullish consolidation.
Yeah, looks like a bear flag.
Don't tell Poopy that.
Okay.
All right, he's very fragile, and He's extremely bullish on the bond market right now, and I just want to
What's
make sure he's okay.
what's the absolute low of the 20-year? Hmm. I mean, I'd be pretty happy longing TLT at 65 again. I'd go.
65 would be a great price.
Yeah, that's a good. That's reasonable with an expectation of recovery, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're buying it at 65 and it stays there for a while, I mean, think of what the dividend's going to do over time.
Yeah, I know. Also, like, what is that? That's a 20-year at 8.5%.
Yeah, something like that. Like 775.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you're probably a little closer. Somewhere between 7.75 and 8.25.
Which I think is fairly reasonable.
I think if I were a bank, that's what the kind of money I'd want to buy U.S. debt at.
Oh yeah,
It's
that sounds
10%
attractive.
plus at 65, and you know it. No, it's not. 10%, the TLT would be at like $40.
Okay, Poopy, you're net short long duration and exposure. What about your clients? That's all I want to know about.
This is awkward. That's
Wait,
Isn't this just my TTT at 95? It's your TTT at like 450.
he's long TTT?
No, character name is.
Oh, okay.
That sounds profitable. Yeah, but you have to deal with the hijinks. There's gonna be a lot of hijinks from the government before anything like that happens.
Yeah, if TLT goes below 80, dude, like we're talking like, yeah, Fed stepping in kind of shit.
Yeah. Then after all of that fails,
Right, yeah.
that's
So you mean when inflation spikes up super hard?
yeah. You mean when our neutral rate goes to -1?
Fuck the inflation-based fucking neutral rate, dude. That shit's so dumb.
But those are real rates.
You're a real rate.
Okay. I mean, yes, technically.
I mean, like when you think about what a like you're talking about fighting against inflation, but the real cost, right, is opportunity cost. That's why I like to index it to GDP.
You just like to do that because you've been listening to George too much.
No, 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 no. I've been talking about this pre-George, okay?
All right, fine.
And I'm just saying, like, why would you want to buy treasuries when you can just start a business
So how
and
does
on
this
average it's going to
sound?
grow by 8% year over year?
GDP -2%. Inflation 12 to 13%.
That sounds like a stagflationary debt crisis to me, Girk.
Nice.
Rubini was right all along, but then he capitulated because he was too early.
GDP this week, right? Yeah, it should be bullish. Yellen's still pumping the money in.
Yeah, our government has not stopped the
There's
welfare state.
there's no cap. It's not a welfare state. No one's getting anything besides rich people.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's a welfare state for giant corporations.
Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean welfare state for normal people. No, fuck no. I mean, unless you have a job in the government, then yeah, you're doing great, doing just fine. As long as you're not a teacher. If you're a teacher, you're getting fucked.
If that
If
happens,
you
I'll go fuck myself and buy my house with cash. We're not gonna have teachers soon. I think we're gonna just get rid of education as a government subsidized thing.
well, I mean, we have AI, don't we?
Yeah, we're just gonna teach children with Chat GPT.
We're not going to teach them at all. They just have AI. Why
Oh
do you need to
shit!
know
Yeah,
things?
you just need to be a prompt engineer,
They're going to
and
teach you how to be like slightly literate, and that's it.
I've noticed in Discord that happens sometimes. Like people ask questions and then people just copy and paste the Chat GPT response, which is usually wrong.
People are doing that all over the place, dude. I don't even want to talk
It's
about
so
the Ask
terrible.
Physics subreddit, dude. It's the worst.
Oh god.
Yeah, people go in
Everyone's
these
everyone's
full-on
a
fucking
physicist
holes.
now.
Everyone's got a new grand unified theory that is absolutely plausible because ChatGPT came up with it and ChatGPT said it was plausible.
Nice. Fuck
Yeah.
Einstein.
Yeah, no, well, fuck all these guys who are actually doing real work to figure out things.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Not
Edward
even
Wynn.
literate. Voice to text.
Yeah, damn, Jason's right.
He is, yeah.
Fuck. You see, Nick, you're just worried that your job's gonna get replaced by a chatbot, okay? You know what, Nuke? I had a chatbot tell me how to print "Hello World" in assembly, okay, and it worked. All right, so that pretty much means your job is in serious jeopardy now. You better watch out. Product managers all over the world have got their crosshairs on you.
Don't worry, Nuke. I would never pay Chat GPT $20 a month.
Oh shit, Girk,
What?
guess who's here?
Who? Is it Nuke?
No.
You
Oh.
guys touching butts?
Oh hey, what's up? Are you at Carl's house yet?
I was just over there.
How's our baby?
Our baby's good.
Okay.
Carl's been taking good care of it for us.
Excellent.
I can't wait. Honestly, I hope this company lasts long enough that we get to actually interact with like a cogent Barl.
Officially adopt Barl.
Yeah, I just want to be able to call him Barl to his face and have him like understand what I'm saying.
He's gonna be the first child who can legally declare that their parent is an LLC.
It's true. What are you guys doing?
We're just bullshitting. We talked about some stocks and stuff, and then we were just talking about how pointless it is to try to actually do valuations of companies.
Oh yeah, who's still trying to do that?
We
I'm
were just
not.
talking about Target, right? And Girk's like, Target's going to go up. I was like, well, their operating income is down 12% and their EPS is down 16% quarter over quarter. And then he was like, who cares? I was like, you're right.
Yeah, have you seen what happened to every single other stock that went down like 5 to 20% over the
Right,
last year?
right
It
back up
went right
again.
back up.
New all-time
And then
highs.
some. Yeah.
Yeah,
Worse
it's
earnings,
called the
higher
immaculate V.
price. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what's funny is that PEs are only going to go up as that continues to happen, which is really interesting.
None of that shit matters. All you're telling me is that dollars are becoming less productive.
Well, yeah,
But
that's the real
people still don't
thesis.
want to. People don't want to own them.
I was telling Dork this earlier on stream. If we were any other economy in the world, if we were Turkey or Japan or South Korea or
Someone
Russia,
put their pickle in my jar. Sorry if you covered it already. Do you think GME has any more room to run? Or did it peak on Wednesday after OPEX 3?
I think it. I
What
think it.
happened?
I think somebody sent like a Ko-fi asking about GME. Yeah, I mean, I think it hit its like local top for now. Earnings is still coming up, so price will probably stay stable. And then usually what happens is like as IV increases into earnings, price stabilizes and they continue to sell vol, and then everything just dumps post earnings regardless of the earnings outcome. Oh yeah, and so I was like, if we were any other economy though, um, all of our stocks being massively overvalued compared to their fundamentals would be like a big cause for concern. But because we're the US, it just doesn't matter. We just have the best stocks. They're the greatest stocks. People have cried at how awesome our stocks are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is totally fine. It has nothing to do with the fact that people think that the future value of the dollar is going to be zero.
No.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind that the Federal Reserve is just brazenly ignoring the markets like they don't matter. Like, oh, markets going up don't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It has
interesting
nothing
because
to
it
do
means
with
that
their
nobody wants to
policy.
hold dollars.
Well, it's markets going up, but it's not just equity market going up. It's everything going up except oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big weird one, right?
Well, oil's going up a little.
It went up to like a little bit above 70, and then it just got smashed.
Well, but it went above 70, and that's what matters.
It's true, I guess.
It's just another notch in the greatest trade of all time.
I forgot that you're fucking just trading that level on fucking oil.
I just buy CL when it crosses 70. And then I sell it before it falls back under 70 again.
Not bad.
100% success rate. At
I don't
a dollar per penny per contract.
Did you see the Widowmaker chart for the last week?
Hmm?
Did you see
What's
the Boyle chart for
Widowmaker
the last week?
bonds?
What did
No,
Boyle?
Boyle.
Boyle's rocketing, right?
Uh,
It's supposed to be a cold winter.
uh,
Oh, no,
about that. It made some widows on Friday.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Whoa, that looks painful.
Yeah,
What
no,
is
some guy. It
What is
totally ripped and then just fucking got absolutely stuffed.
Yeah.
Nice. At some point, people are going to have to buy it, right?
Nat gas? Yeah.
I mean, my energy bill hasn't gone down at all ever since nat gas has been made worthless.
It's a very strange situation.
Well, same with oil or any energy commodity for that matter.
I
It's
didn't
like,
expect it to be this low for this long. I mean, I
Neither
guess
did I.
China's like on the brink of a depression.
they're like in a depression.
Hmm.
They've been in
Well,
a
I guess that
depression since they
answers the
started
question
offering
of how
gold bars
long
to
can they
help.
just keep building entire empty cities until it all catches up to them.
I mean, they're in the process of receiving the dildo of consequences that has arrived unlubed.
Yeah, now the government's like intervening and trying to get people to keep their mortgages on their houses that have no equity left.
Yeah, and then you have South Korea basically offering blowjobs to people who for having kids, but it's not working.
Wait, you don't get the blowjob while having the kid?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how you convince them to get the kid, right?
Oh, interesting. So it's like a blowjob for sperm donations kind of deal?
Well, it's a blowjob for population kind of deal.
Hmm. Do they not know about sex robots?
Well, sex robots can't have kids.
Yeah, but they can
No, but the
extract
productivity.
the seed.
You know what, Jay Fresh? This is our $1 billion idea. It's our $1 trillion idea. Okay?
Yeah, why
So
can't
get this.
government, if we need more people, why don't governments just grow children in labs and raise them?
That's what, well, Girk, it's even better, okay? Private companies create sex bots to extract male seed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we also create a contraceptive that is just removing eggs from ladies. Okay, we get all those eggs, put them in some nice cold storage, and then we get the dudes to bang the sex bots. And then what we do is we receive government subsidies to go and grow these children in our baby farm.
Interesting.
And then once they're 7 or 8, what we do is we sell them for a flat rate of like, I don't know, $60, and you get your kid.
Do you know how much it costs to grow a kid?
Yeah, they're not gonna.
You see, Jay Fresh, we can get those costs way down if we keep them in a medically induced coma for the first 6 years of their life.
Yeah, but then they're gonna be mongrels. Like they're not gonna.
Yeah, you have to
develop right.
They have to have nature and nurture. So you have to have like you have to convert one of the sex bots to like a nurturing parent.
Have you ever seen like stories where they find like kids who've just been like locked in a room their whole life with almost no stimulation and they're just like potatoes?
Well, that's why you see. That's why you keep them on a steady diet of hallucinogens
Hmm.
while they're in the coma.
I don't think you've thought this all the way through.
Yeah, it feels like you haven't planned this out well. Apple's
But
That
years ahead
actually
of
is
you
the
on
real
this.
plan.
Wait, but guys, what is not bullish about having several billion mongrel, unsocial, basically cave people running around?
I
You
have
know
three.
what?
That's plenty.
TikTok's already kind of pushing us towards that.
It's not just TikTok.
Fair.
It's social media in general. Is
We're
pushing us towards shooting
currently
each other.
contributing to that
Well, yeah.
actively.
No, yeah, we are very quickly hurtling towards a society where you accidentally step in front of somebody in line at the grocery store and they pull out a gun and inflict damage upon you
Why
with
are
it.
you so obsessed with getting robbed at the grocery store?
It's not even being robbed. It's
I've
just road
seen you.
rage.
You're the last person I would rob.
How many times in a grocery store are you just like, I'm gonna cut this guy. I'm gonna do it.
Jay Fresh.
No one's watching Dork pick out his manager's special discount pork chops and thinking that's the guy I want to mug.
I mean, hey, I'm basically robbing the store. All right, those deals.
Yep, you got them. They were just like, oh shit, somebody's actually buying the thing we put on sale. We didn't expect that. They're definitely not saying, holy shit, somebody bought that rancid meat.
You see, Jay Fresh, you're one to talk. Isn't there a news article about Texas every other day where like someone shoots someone at a Sonic because they sneeze near him?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
I don't eat
Texas,
it,
though.
Sonic.
That's just like the highway in Texas. You just shoot at other people when they irritate you.
Yeah, it's fine. It works.
Yeah,
Yeah, someone does the old windshield wiper
because
washer trick on
it's
you.
like
You just shoot them.
it's like a 2-for-1, right? The person who shoots at the other person goes to jail, and the other person's dead. So you've removed both entities from the congestion.
I never thought of it like that, Girk. When you put it that way, it's actually really smart.
It's a really efficient system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an important feedback loop to prevent out of control.
It's like New York
congestion.
Uber drivers mowing down pedestrians every day.
Yeah, the
It
matter
just
you get, the
clears a
more
little
people
bit of
die.
extra space for the rest of us.
God damn.
Nature had to find a way. The
That's
medical
true. Yeah,
the medical
you're right.
technology got too good. So
You can't deny the differential equation, right? It's the asymptotic approach, and it presents itself in very unique ways.
You're such a nerd.
but I do think that we now as a formed corporation should investigate having a baby farm. Can we get this subsidized? Like, are we going to get free government money to run a baby farm?
It would have to
Only if we also make chips.
We could just use Poopy Pants and just like hook him up to a milking machine.
I
be.
should have put that in my bed.
Can we call it the man milker?
Sure.
I like it. Yeah, no, we should definitely start investigating baby.
I'll start working on the man milker.
I mean, what other solution is there? If people can't afford to raise children, and population's in decline, and we refuse to allow immigration, the only thing that makes sense is that we raise babies like chickens in tiny cages.
Or we spend all of our resources trying to make the boomers live forever.
Oh, God.
Well, we don't want. The thing is, Jay Fresh, it's not about boomers living forever. It's only about billionaires living forever.
Imagine the compounding gains.
For the billionaire
Yeah,
class,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Here's a question for you. Which would you rather do?
You would
Live
become-
200 years or never have to sleep?
Ooh. I'd rather never have to sleep.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. That sounds
It
awesome.
changes everything.
Oh my God. Like you're just never tired, right?
Right.
I don't know. I'd go insane.
Well, that's the whole point of the game is you wouldn't go insane.
or force women to have babies by taking away all possible ways to avoid getting pregnant. Well, but women can fight back against that a little bit, right? Like, they can just be like, "Fuck this! No more babies for anybody." And then, I don't think the government's going to take the steps necessary past that point. It just seems easier to have baby farms.
Aren't some women doing that? Aren't they like shaving their heads and saying no more men?
They've been doing that forever.
I think that's already turned into a meme.
Isn't that? No, that's like a movement in South Korea because of their society is just fucked up and misogynistic, where women are just like, that's it, no more nookie.
Well, I mean, their husbands are busy working, 95-hour work weeks, so I mean,
4B, yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know.
And women are still like 50-something% of the population. So you're not talking about like something that would be a small social movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so baby farms. Baby farms are the solution. Everyone can get behind a baby farm.
Yeah, yeah. Ethically raised, right?
Hormone-free. Free range babies.
Yeah, these are they're cage free.
3 meters cubed.
Yeah, cage free means.
Well, eventually, initially, costs will be high and the solution's impractical, but over time, we will make it very efficient.
And while the babies are germinating, right? We say they're germinating. While the babies are germinating, we use their heat output to basically make them tiny little batteries.
Ooh.
So
Smart.
they're a renewable source of energy.
They can power the AI that teaches them.
It's a renewable closed loop cycle. And when the babies grow up into humans, their only job is to maintain the baby farms.
Well, like the first generation, because then we need the rest of the babies for productivity.
Well, they go into the Soylent Green, so you got to get that figured out, and then maybe we have the baby farm.
Why do we have to jump to eating them? We only eat the ones that die.
No, we don't eat them. They eat them.
Oh, baby fed babies.
Yeah, you see the nutrition.
Like a turducken.
Dead pigs.
Yeah, exactly. You see, so now we don't even need to really pay for the nutrients that they get, right? We just make them a nutrient paste out of them. All right, I think this has become a very appropriate Sunday stream now, finally. That was what was missing, Dirk. There was no pizzazz in our Sunday stream.
It's back. It's back.
We're so back.
One of these days, it's just going to be me, you, Jay Fresh, and Poopy Pants. What about the microplastics? That's exactly why we need the baby farm.
Exactly.
Because after we collect the seed from the population, we can then filter the microplastics out and grow them in a sealed environment.
Well, yeah.
That way the next generation of babies is microplastic free.
Yeah, they're grown in glass test tubes, okay?
Well, they wouldn't be organic free-range babies if they're full of microplastics.
Exactly, yeah.
That'd be like, great value babies. No one's going to want those.
We're only going to really get them truly microplastic free, though, once we start getting the baby recycling happening.
How are we going to separate the babies from the microplastics?
Well, it's a logarithmic thing, Jay Fresh, or an asymptotic thing, where once we start recycling the babies into the nutrient supply, the microplastic concentration is going to go down because there's that closed loop, right?
Yeah, it's like reverse osmosis, right? Eventually, like after the 8th stage, you're going to have microplastic-free babies.
Essentially, it's going to be undetectable.
What's filtering the microplastics out?
Well, when the babies are rendered, right? When we render the babies for the nutrient paste, that's, we performed some sort of microplastic removal. We're probably going to be introducing like a fungus that eats plastic, right?
but
and
not.
that's what's going to remove it.
I mean, should we do some sort of like buoyancy separation?
There's
Yeah,
going to be a
that
little bit of
seems
that
more
too.
efficient.
Well, but the fungus is going to be a great way to ensure complete removal of any residual microplastics.
Maybe, I mean, we don't have to remove them all. Maybe just like, what if we just like centrifuge the baby
Can't we
paste?
just feed them corn? You guys are complicating it so much.
Well, the corn is the first step, right? But they need more than just corn.
Does anybody need more than corn? That's not what the
Only
USDA taught
babies can
me.
provide the complete nutritional content for babies. Okay.
I don't know.
I think corn and
I've
corn
heard that
byproducts is perfectly
I've heard that
sufficient.
RFK Jr. is going to replace sucrose with sucrose in Coke.
Oh, thank God. I've been so tired of drinking sucrose in my sucrose-ridden Coke. I can't wait for it to be
Yeah.
sucrose again.
Yeah.
You know, I will say
Honestly.
this. All those people from the 50s that were, when they were like experimenting with preservatives, lived a really long time. So maybe there was some, my great grandma only ate Dinty Moore beef stew, smoked Newports, and drank whiskey, and she lived to be like 97. And she
Nice.
was cogent. She couldn't like walk or move, but she was like yelling at people still.
And my great grandfather lived to be like
So,
over
like,
100,
everyone
and he
on
just
TikTok.
ate beef.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a thriving TikToker right there.
Yeah.
My great grandfather only ate beef that he grew himself.
If you guys have a relative that's
Correct.
aging, part of a demographic where you're afraid that in the future you're going to have to take care of them, start getting them a social media following now. That way, their influencer money pays for their care.
Oh shit! I got paid $10 on Friday.
It can become like a whole
Yeah.
thing where Gen Z just watches boomers spew wisdom and knowledge out into the world and make fun of them.
Oh, that would actually be perfect.
It
That would
is.
be super entertaining. Only if they don't realize that they're the joke.
Yeah, of course. But also profitable, right? On
I don't see how this
Instagram,
fits into our baby farms proposition here.
instead of AI, well, because first we need the money for the baby farms, and if we're paying for the boomers' rest homes, we're not going to be able to pay for the baby farms. So we gotta.
I guess if they're banging the sex bots like and scrolling at the same time, yeah, we could monetize that.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right, cool. I'm gonna get started on our grant application for the baby farm. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
All right. Cool.
Let me know when you guys are ready to discuss grave technology, which is extremely far behind modern times.
What, like
My-
how we dispose of bodies?
No, I mean, like, there's so much social media potential there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, like a virtual grave?
No, like, every grave should have, like, a screen on it, and there's so many possibilities there. Like, you could
put Skyrim on it.
you put Skyrim on it. You could, like, record messages for your children, or
You could just have like an hour-long video of the person in the grave talking.
No, it's even better, guys. It's Dead Guy GPT. Duh, you just have a conversation with the
It's
robot.
called-
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called
you feed the chatbot all the information about the person from their life.
Yeah.
And then
it's
it
called Grave
creates
GPT.
Grave
Yeah.
GPT. And then every time you visit the grave, you can have a unique and dynamic conversation with a fake representation of the person who died there.
So along with that, Girk, I've actually had this thought, but a cool application for AI would also be to make a robot and have the person hug the robot over and over again until they can exactly replicate the hug of the person who is now recently departed.
That sounds like a
We also-
sex bot still.
Yeah, people
It kinda is.
would definitely hump it.
Just more incesty. Ugh.
Another product in the Grave GPT product line would be Seance GPT.
Ooh, yeah, because you want to talk to the dead people. They have a lot of insight.
When
Yeah,
Brave
so like,
GPT just isn't enough, you graduate to Seance GPT.
well,
You know
then wouldn't
what?
that just be in a Ouija board that does the same thing?
I think the Ouija
No.
board really clarified that the best place to look for information about the future is from people that died years ago.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't they know?
Well, I mean, the thing is I mean, isn't it James Brown who said the more the things change, the more they stay the same?
Yeah.
Yeah,
People are
makes
wearing
sense.
Jenkos again. I mean, anything's possible.
That is
Speaking of
true.
which, I need to break out my vintage Jenkos and sell that shit on eBay while they're still like $1,000 a pair.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have to call my mom up and see if she can find them in storage. I got some
I need to
sweet
wait
pairs.
for.
I have like a special edition pair.
I mean, can you fit in them? Because if you can, you should just wear them.
No,
Oh,
absolutely
even
not.
better. You should
Yeah.
you should still wear them and walk around in public with them on.
Just walk around with them unzipped up to your thighs.
Okay, so
Just look like a regular homeless person in New York.
I'm just trying to figure out our conglomerate empire. So we have baby farms,
Smart graves.
smart graves.
Also,
Gallium dildos.
Oh, yeah, boomer influencers. This is an empire. It's coming together. What else do we have?
Gallium dildos.
Oh yeah, gallium dildos.
oh yeah, don't forget those.
They're an essential part. I mean, those go on the sex bot.
Well, yeah, because you want it to be like the guy in Terminator, like the T-1000.
Exactly. Now you get it.
That dude probably had the best dick because he could have a new one every time.
He had any dick, dude.
Yeah, all the
That's the
dicks,
best dick.
all the
Yeah.
dicks.
A little smaller, a little longer, a little wider, actually. Okay, a little curve to the left.
Perfect. Yeah, you just find the sweet spot, the sweet dick.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't even need to be shaped like a dick. It can be shaped like whatever
there
maximizes
can't be
pleasure.
anybody left.
You know, I feel like I want that to be true, but now we've picked up more viewers.
How?
Perfect.
I don't know. It's gone up.
You know, Daniel Mack, I thought of that robot actually while I was thinking about my mom dying. So yeah, it was pretty sad when I thought about the hug bot. I was like,
I mean, Hugbot's been done. Disney already did the Hugbot.
it needs to be better.
Dork hugged the Disney hug bot, and it didn't hug like his mom.
I didn't cry enough from it. I need to cry more. Okay.
What if the bot also whispered to you, "It's gonna be okay"?
Oh yes, in your departed parent's voice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
That's perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't really need to even say anything else, does it?
I mean, well, the smart grave, right? You can just have that go back and forth with the hug bot.
Does it
Right.
need to be a bot, or can it just be arms attached to the gravestone?
Oh, guys,
Huh.
what if we include in all of the Grave GPT bots code where it encourages people to use our other products to create babies in our baby farm?
Oh shit.
Ooh, yes.
We
yes.
can get their dead loved ones to convince them to do anything.
Hold on. What if we could just get their dead loved ones to raise them?
Ooh.
There's your
That's actually-
nurture.
there we go. The Grave GPT starts off as an emotional support product for the living, and then it turns into a child rearing product for the farmed.
Yeah, and then that way, like the other bots that can do other things.
You know, there is a simpler solution to this empire. Instead of being a baby incubator that's funded by all these other things, we just get government subsidies to go and murder people's parents, replace them with a Grave GPT that then tells them to do what the government wants them to do. And then they'll be more likely to do it.
I mean, you're a
because
little on
they're-
the nose.
Yeah, it's a little.
I
It's
mean,
a
that
little.
was the long con, but you're going straight to it now. I mean, the government would know this when they give us our
I
grant.
assumed we were programming the babies at the farm. No.
I don't know how to program a baby. Can you program them in Python?
I
Well,
think
you
it's like,
program them with the GPT, right? And then the
yeah. The
robot, as it
GPT,
rears
you don't
them.
need to know how to code. The GPT knows how to code.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
All
it's
right,
fine.
now I'm done. That's the most unbelievable part of this entire whatever this is. You've completely lost me in this fantasy.
Damn. It had to happen
Well,
eventually.
we don't need you to believe in it, Jay Fresh. We just need you to pitch it, okay?
Yeah.
But how am I supposed to pitch the GPT knows how to code? Nobody's going to believe that.
Well, everybody believes that right now, Jay Fresh. We just got to get on this right away.
Sam Altman has
No.
5 billion beliefs in that.
You know what? I saw this thing. I retweeted it, but I saw this thing. Somebody's like a super autist, and I love it. They're where are they from? Somewhere in California, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, they've been doing like this huge study, and getting all this access to like private company GitHubs,
Mhm.
and they can go and track at the individual employee level, like how productive they are. And based on like all of the data they've gotten so far, they've concluded that 10%, at least 10% of all coding employees do absolutely nothing.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
those are the 10% that are on X telling everybody how great AI codes.
Well, I could see there being flaws in that study because you don't know how many of those people are just product managers who, have a GitHub account but don't
They
do.
have
Oh,
all
wait,
that
that's exactly what you're
granularity.
saying.
The company is giving them all of this information.
So they actually know who the actual engineers are, and of those
Yes.
engineers, 90% of them do stuff, and 10% of them just collect a paycheck.
How do I get a job? I'm just going to get some jobs as that other 10%.
I mean, well, the thing is JFresh, I have a feeling you could probably go into our economy and find out a very similar metric, and it would probably pan out about the same.
Character's name says,
I
no,
think it's
hold on.
closer. I
GPT is
think it's closer
genuinely
to.
decent at coding.
No,
I think
it's
it's
not.
closer to 50%. You know what? I finally think I came up with a good analogy for why GPT is not good at anything and why it never will be. You only think it's good at something because you're also not good at it.
Yeah, that's how GPT tricks people.
No offense, but the analogy is the following: all of these GPTs and really all of these models are auto regression models that are built on, based on some foundational model, which basically says that uh, there's a mean and there's a variance, and most of the things are going to be centered around the mean. Um, and that is doomed to fail because that's not how reality is. Reality is simply not that way, almost ever. So, like and the perfect example is the classic engineering design issue. The Air Force was designing a cockpit chair, and none of the pilots all the pilots had problems with it, and like nobody could use it. And the problem was that they took the measurements of all the pilots, and they found the average, and they designed the chair around the average, but nobody was the average, and so it worked for no one. That's ChatGPT. It'll look like a chair. It'll look like it's usable, but it's not going to ever get you there. It's always going to kind of look like something you want, but it'll never be quite right.
Yeah, well, the thing is I think you are misreading just how fucking low the standards of humanity are.
I think it's just an assumption that people have a modicum of intelligence, and they don't, and GPT makes them feel like they do.
Well, I mean, so the other side of that, though, is that all of the productive work in the world is probably only done by 10% of people.
Sure. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't think it would even be that insane to say that 90% of people with jobs are providing no productive output at all.
Yeah, I mean, think about this, Jay Fresh. If you want to be sad, right? In the last 10 years, the amount of teachers in America has gone up by maybe like 3%. The amount of faculty members, like principals and other people in those schools has
Administration.
gone up. Yeah,
Yeah,
administration has gone up by 80%, and
yeah.
faculty members of schools has gone up by 70%.
When you say faculty are the teachers.
No, they separated out non-teacher faculty and then teachers. Teachers only went up by like a single digit, some pitiful amount.
What's a non-teacher faculty?
That's like your vice principals, your
Ew,
administrative
they call
people.
them faculty? Those are administrators.
So what you're saying
I
is
don't
we need to
fucking
just
know.
go around and buy businesses and fire all the managers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
I'm looking up the thing right now because I don't. I'm
So
saying
kind
I'm
of the
looking for.
opposite grift of
Yeah.
Boston Consulting Group, where they just fire all the employees.
Here you go. Check the meeting room chat, JFresh, and this is what I'm talking about.
This is the problem with the grift of Boston Consulting Group and all these other consultants is the people that hire them to figure out who to fire are the ones that need to be fired.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
And they never recommend that the people who hired them should be fired.
Yeah, nope, they don't.
Girk, I'm going to need you to display this graph for everybody on the stream. This is important economic content.
Okay.
All right, let's see what you got here. Where's the chat? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we want to talk about the unshittification of our economy. I mean, and this is just an analogy for every industry in existence.
Yeah, they all look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk about bloat in the fucking middle management, right?
The craziest part about this is that they've also done this for colleges. And it's actually worse at private colleges than it is at public ones.
Yep.
It's pretty awful. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of comes full circle with this whole idea about the dollar being worthless and us entering a stagflationary debt crisis where we don't actually produce anything of value.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
We produce stock returns.
I mean,
that's the same thing.
Do we, or is it's just a flight from one valuation to another.
Yeah, we're gonna go away from dollars, JFresh. The fiat dollar system is dead. We're gonna be going on to the SPX fiat system, where we just trade SPXs.
I think it's
a lot of Bitcoiners really
pretty
sad.
dope that you get 2 to 3 months off every year and somehow are a victim. Poopy Pants, we know you don't like schools or education or knowledge.
Wait, Poopy, why aren't you a fucking teacher then, huh? Go be
Yeah.
a fucking teacher and tell me it's easy.
Yeah, go enjoy your 2-3 months off while teaching summer school so you can barely afford to pay your rent. And tell me how it goes.
As somebody who doesn't have to teach in the summer, but I still do a lot of other, I do a lot of research and other things, so I'm still busy. But I would never teach K through 12.
I am now posting this on X and I'm tagging Elon Musk because he's right. I need some internet clout for this.
What?
The percent growth of population in public schools.
Oh.
He's not going to know what that chart means. He's high on ketamine right now.
He'll
Chasing
still
Trump
repost it
around Mar-a-Lago.
because it involves government inefficiency. So he's going to repost it and be like, absolutely, I'm not a robot.
I mean, to teach kids like that,
Perfect.
I don't know that I would do it for less than $300,000 a year.
I mean,
Okay, Nietzsche, I see your point, mate.
that's the problem, is that we have a hard time paying people more to do the thing that needs to be done. But it's very easy to pay people more to do something that doesn't matter. And so we get a lot of bloat in management and administration because people are demanding more salary, but we can't justify that salary for the base level worker that we can't justify the salary for the base level worker that we can justify for a managerial position.
Yeah, right. It's not like we can actually go and proportionally compensate employees for the year-over-year growth in our revenue.
Yeah, oh god. The shareholders would be irate.
I mean, we have a fiduciary duty to those shareholders to basically pay everybody as little as possible.
Yes.
What did you just call me?
You heard me, Jay Fresh. Fucking duty.
I was referring to the douche and fiduciary.
God damn it.
I know there's plenty of teachers in Chicago who make six figures and have 2 months off and pension and get great insurance. Shocking that the like northern Chicago school districts are the best in the country, right?
Yeah, you know, Poopy. I also I
It's
could probably
almost
find a
like it's
teacher in
almost
Los
like
Angeles
you
who
get
makes
good
6 figures.
schools if you pay teachers money.
Let me go to LA and find a teacher that makes 6 figures. All right. Or what's that, Emeryville in California? What's that fucking place where the fucking cost of living is insane? Yeah, let's go find out their wages too while we're at it, Poopy, if we're cherry picking people. Oh, but wait. Why don't we put it on a graph and compare it to the median income of the area and see what happens?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're getting pretty far off. I guess we're not any farther off topic than
This is still
growing
about
baby.
baby farms. I mean, we've got to
Yeah.
educate them a little bit.
I think there's still a lot of critical learning that children do or is done outside of the classroom.
Well, yeah, that's why you have to have a simulated real world environment, right? Like a what's that called? The little like sphere with some dirt in it.
They go on field trips.
Well, yeah, but it's to a sphere. We can't have them going out in the real world.
Yeah, well, like a virtual, like that big circle dome in Vegas? Something like that just displays images of the outside world.
Well, but it's got to have like dirt and like some actual like bacteria in it and stuff, so that
So they
you
have
develop an immune system.
They have immune systems. Can't we just inoculate them with everything?
Well, but no, these are organic, free range babies.
Oh.
You can't inoculate them because things mutate and evolve.
Yeah, we don't want a giant, baby flu outbreak.
True, then we'd lose all the babies that we made.
Exactly, yeah. Our margins would tank, dude.
Like a chicken farm.
And could you imagine
that many babies?
The PR nightmare if our baby flu got transferred to like chickens?
Oh god.
Well, if we
like caused a chicken pandemic?
Well, if we had to cull like 300,000 babies from our baby farm because they got infected, right, to stop the spread to the rest of the babies, that alone would probably be slightly bad for our stock price.
It would be bad press. It would be bad press.
I mean,
it'd be hard to spin.
It's the only way to do it.
I mean, you could incinerate them, but
yeah,
then the environmentalists are going to go up in arms about that.
No,
yeah,
gas them.
Our carbon sequestration payments are going to go way up.
Yeah, I guess you could gas them. I mean, I don't know. It might just be better to cut off the oxygen.
I was thinking about this the other night, because like all of these hyperscalers are paying all this money to get like these bullshit credits.
What in the children of men is this conversation? We're trying to figure out how to solve population decline. We've landed on baby farms. And we're trying to think about how to make them the most efficient so we can keep as much of the government subsidy as possible.
I just figured it out. Not only is the government going to subsidize this, but big tech is going to subsidize this too.
Oh, for like the smarter babies?
No.
Oh.
What is the best way to sequester carbon?
Put it in a baby.
Store it in a living thing that is carbon,
Yeah, but trees are better for that because they live longer.
But it doesn't matter. You can still sell the carbon credits.
Oh, our ESG score is going to be so high.
We don't need any fucking trees. We've got plenty of trees. We need babies. And babies are carbon.
Oh wait, okay. So, hold on. Can I just refute Mr. Poopy Pants?
Can we
really
make
quick,
them into
okay?
nanotubes?
Actually, it'd be better if we made them into quantum computers.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to mix babies and nano because that can cross the blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
So not a good idea in general.
Illinois ranks 24th in terms of public schools, but sure, paying more is definitely increasing value. The whole state does, but the northern Chicago school districts are some of the best in the country.
Wait,
They're also where teachers arguably get paid some of the highest salaries in the country.
Wait, can we just put up that chart again, Girk, when I say this? Okay, how about we offer teaching jobs for 50% above median wages for the district in which you're teaching, and then we make the qualifications you need to become a teacher much higher.
They're already
Qualifications
ridiculously
to become
high.
a teacher are already too high.
Yeah. We need to
For
lower the
public school?
qualifications. That's what
For
it is.
public
Is
school?
people are just
Yeah.
jealous that a teacher has a better job than them.
Teachers go
That
to
can
school
ne-
to
like
teach. They
that-
don't go to
Go out
job
on a
for
limb
That
and say
dynamic
that
can never exist to the taxpayer will never accept that a teacher could make more money than them.
a teacher only gets taught how to teach. Okay, if I knew nothing, I could become a math teacher in like third grade, right, with very little qualifications besides how to
No,
not
you
get in
can't.
legal trouble.
No. How do you
Mhm.
teach somebody what addition is? Like it's like a little like idiot what addition is while they're like
Don't you just
picking
like
their nose and
take some fucking
accidentally
marbles, be like, you
stinging
got these
themselves.
marbles, and then you got these other marbles, and then you put them together. Look at all these marbles. That's addition.
Well, at first I would
Right.
hand out the ketamine juice, right, and get them going on that, and then I would
But you
start
got to get
teaching
them.
them.
It's a lot of like management of children that is the hard part, right?
That's what they deserve to get paid more for, is dealing with the little shitheads.
How about 10
Yeah.
kids per class, 10 kids per teacher?
You'd think
We have 10
after
kids per
COVID, when all of us
administrator.
had to become. You think after COVID, after all of us had to become homeschoolers, that we would appreciate the teachers more, but we did for like 6 months, and then we all got over that. We're just like, woo, stock market's going up. Screw you, teachers.
Yeah.
I got to buy more shit coins.
We'll
Can't
pay you
afford it
guys we'll
anymore.
pay you guys with Chinese tariffs. Get wrecked.
Yeah, Seroquel in the applesauce, perfect. You see, Alex has the right idea here. Okay.
So I'm going to
You
go
said-
ahead and assume that there's nothing worth talking about for like the rest of the year.
I mean, the market bear flagged all week, yeah, and we're about to drop into December like we always do, and it's going to be boring.
Yeah, I'm bored just thinking about it. I might just hibernate.
I mean, I won the prediction, but that's just because I said we're going to fill the gap.
Yeah. To be fair, I also said that we would fill the gap, but then I was hoping Nvidia earnings would be bad, but not as bad as JFresh thought they would be.
You see, I knew the truth that the market doesn't care how
They
much
were
money
bad.
Nvidia makes. Yeah, they don't care.
Well, I mean, it depends what they weren't bad enough.
Sure. But
Yeah.
how many years is it going to take for them to just add $4 billion every quarter to their revenue for them to get under a 10 price to sales? They're not accelerating. They're just every quarter they just magically add 4 billion more. That's linear. That's like decelerating, really, on a percent basis.
I don't know, Jay Fresh, but you're being awful bearish here. I'm going to need you to chill out. You're harshing my mellow.
I'm not being bearish. I'm just saying.
Look, anything that doesn't end with 25% CAGR, get fucked. I don't want to hear it.
Not
Yeah, I
in
think they're still at that right now.
we're trying to stop the spread of a potential baby epidemic.
Yeah,
That we created.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Look, we found a problem and we came up with a solution for it. I'm ready for my billions, okay?
Yeah. That's how it's capitalism. That's how it works.
Yeah. Right? It's the better light bulb, but for babies. With a
Has
better
Maybe
Bitcoin hit
mousetrap.
100,000 yet?
No.
no. God,
How did they?
imagine being at like day 4 of the Bitcoin 100K watch party.
Are they out of cocaine yet?
No one's showered. They must be out of cocaine by now. It's like Sunday
Can they just get
afternoon.
it over with? Hit 100K.
Yeah, we already did stocks bullish and not bullish. You guys stayed for the baby stuff.
Oh, did you guys see the news? They're going to be doing a Bitcoin index with options, European style.
Yeah, I told you about that.
You told me about? No, I saw that on Twitter.
Oh, I thought I told you about it.
Well, maybe you did, but I'd already seen it.
Well, I was like the new BTC. You were like, what indexes do you want to track? And I was like, the new BTC one.
Yeah, I saw that, but I'd already known by that point.
Oh, all right. That's gonna be fun. What do you think? 50% IV on at the money contracts? I hope they have 0 DTEs.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Wait, are they settled in BTC though? That's what I want to know.
No, they're
No,
settled in
it's all
US
cash
dollars.
settled.
Wait,
Some-
why? But wait,
BTC
I thought
is worthless.
the future is now though. So we were gonna settle these options in BTC because that's the
No,
future
it
of
makes
BTC,
no
right?
sense. BTC
Why would
is
you want
worthless.
something
Other than
worthless?
But guys, like,
So
I was
you're gonna
told that
spend
BTC
real
is a store of
dollars?
value.
You're gonna spend real dollars on something worthless?
Well, no, you're going to spend BTC on the options, right? So you buy a BTC 120K call for, 0.03 BTC, right? And then it pays out, when it goes in the money by like, 1.1 BTC.
No.
No.
Also,
Sorry.
there's no mechanism at the DTCC to settle anything other than cash.
I see. I've angered some people with my very subtle dig on the value of BTC.
What? Nothing?
Who that watches us doesn't know that BTC is worthless?
I'm sure if you go into the Pores chat where there aren't subscribers, you'll find a few.
I've been trying to bait people on Twitter to tell me like what the difference is between one Bitcoin and one Satoshi, which is 10 nano Bitcoin, without using any other fiat to describe the value of it. And so far, nobody's been able to successfully do it.
Interesting.
And guess what? If there's no difference in value between what I can do with a BTC and what I can do with a Satoshi, then they both must be equal in value, which means two things. One, that it's worthless. And two, that Bitcoin is essentially infinite because it is worthless. Yeah, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, but there's 21 million times 10 to the 8 Satoshis. It's the same shit. You can do just as much with that many Satoshis as you can Bitcoin.
Are you saying that
Which
there's
is
no
nothing.
scarcity?
No.
Oh my god, then
It's infinitely
Bitcoin's
divisible.
not a commodity.
No.
Oh,
Of
that's
course it's
gonna.
not a commodity.
I know it's not a
It's like,
fucking
okay, no, the
commodity.
commodity is a decentralized ledger. It's like, okay, great, it's been around for 15 years. Who's using the decentralized ledger for anything other than speculation?
And I hate to say this, but NFTs were the thing that could have actually commodified cryptocurrency for something. But the problem is that people went and did a giant fucking money grab with it with fucking pictures and it ruined
Yeah.
it for people who actually had good ideas about how to use NFTs.
Wait, Dork.
There would be some. there would be some interesting use cases for it, right? Deeds of ownership of all sorts of things, right? I mean, I think that is the idea, at least in theory.
Uh,
But
SPXW is wrong, right?
is
For
it still
for
wrong?
Prod.
for what? Production? Production's probably going to be pretty fucked up still. We haven't
Okay.
gone and fixed shit. Yeah, so it's
Is
fucked.
dev right?
I am filling it, but I ran into an issue and I yelled at Atomic already. So
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
we're just it's some weird shit. We're figuring it out. It'll get sorted out.
it's way less bullish than I thought it was.
It's one of those
Well,
things where like
since we're airing our dirty laundry in public, I should disclose the issues ultimately with the CBOE, who's been fucking up a data source.
I told
We're
everyone
tr-
about it a few times this week. Yeah.
We're trying to shop it, get the alternative source that's straight from Opera. We have access to both, but there's issues with both. The issue is that like the CBOE is great for historical stuff, so if you miss something, you can you can just go and pull it. Opera, if you didn't read it, it's gone forever. They don't do like historical data, so it's just streaming. Anyway,
Fun.
yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, sorry about SPXW guys. It's my fault.
It's not your fault.
I'm working on a fix. Well, it's very quickly becoming my fault because we have a fix.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it is my fault. It is back to the normal realm of my fault.
Oh, thank
standard,
God.
if
I
you
was
will.
really uncomfortable not being able to blame you, so
I know.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no, and now I'm just gonna drag ass on it. Oh, by the way, Girk, I'm gonna be gone from
Wednesday?
like Tuesday afternoon, so like, I'll probably be out of the house by the time futures open on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I'm not coming back till the next week, so
Oh.
yeah.
you're fired.
But what if we get rich from the market crash?
What?
There's going to be a market crash because I'm going to be out of town.
Wait, oh, you're not coming back till the next week, though. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
okay, so
pretty big window for a lot of down to happen.
yeah.
It's closed like that
Don't
whole
worry about that.
time.
We can worry about that next week.
Is it? I thought it was only closed on like the 27th or whatever, or the 28th.
It's closed on Thursday and it's closed half the day on Friday.
Yeah.
Perfect time for a market crash.
No, it isn't. It's not enough time.
It's also not OPEX. We've already talked about this.
Yeah. The rest of the year is just everybody should just cancel your Dillionaire subscriptions. Come back in January. We'll see you then.
Whoa. Now you're hitting Girk's bottom line.
Don't worry, JFresh has never canceled his Dillionaire subscription.
Yeah, I still need to do that.
You just had to do what I do, JFresh, which is just be unimaginably poor all the time.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, dude, I can show you where to get all the best prices for me.
If you think I'm going to suffer through your AI cat penises without a $25 a month subscription fee, you're wrong.
It's been a while, JFresh. Where are the cat dicks at?
They blocked them all, man.
He can't make them
out.
anymore.
Wait, you got banned?
The AI
No,
just
not
caught
banned.
up.
The AI just got really good at blocking all of it.
Something it's good at.
Weird thing, I was trying to get like a picture of BTC miners like swimming in coins, but I definitely spelled it MINERS. Got some kids. Yeah, it was weird. This was the Bing image creator. I was very disappointed in Satya Nadella because you know that those pictures came from his personal computer.
All right, what are your guys' predictions for this week?
You always cut me off when I start going into deep fake child porn.
I know. We already
It just
had
goes to show that
we already had baby
child
farms today. We can't overload the audience.
That's true. I mean, this video's already been flagged for removal, I'm sure.
By me.
Prediction? I'm going to take my line and draw a line to 5,900 on December 31st.
$5,900?
Yeah.
That's so awful.
And I'll see you guys in January.
That's unacceptable. I need your weekly prediction, JFresh.
5,900.
Okay. All right. Dork.
Okay, flat until Tuesday.
Isn't the market just closed for the entire back half of the week?
Okay, so flat until Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, right until they open on Wednesday. All right. Okay. And then I think the market's open on Wednesday, so close Wednesday at I think it's gonna be I'm still there, so like 59.22. Okay. And then I think JFresh is right, Thursday is closed, but we do have a half day on Friday. So I'm gonna close the week out at let's just go with 57.25.
That's absurd.
Oh, wait, I have to shorten everything because it's a shorter week.
You know, it will be interesting if we start getting some Black Friday data that's somehow not great. I can't imagine how it wouldn't be, but
It's gonna blow all the records out of the water. You know it. Everyone's got 0% financing.
do they?
I mean, yeah, they just once they don't pay it, then they don't have 0% financing. I got an Amazon card to buy my TV with the 0% fund stuff, and they gave me like an $8,000 limit on that thing. I'm like, why did you do that?
Dude, that's not high. That's like poor.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? $8,000? That's practically enough for me to get a cash advance and go
I
buy a
think
car.
I think I have an Amex with like a 750K limit. And I don't even use my credit cards except the cashback ones.
All right, we got all our market stuff out of the way. Should we start looking at Black Friday deals?
Yeah, what do you want?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't see anything.
I mean, I need a new $5 keyboard since my keys are kind of sticky now.
Oh yeah, Dork needs a new keyboard. He spilled beer in his keyboard.
I didn't. My cat did.
Oh, okay.
Contact Carl.
It's $5.
Ooh, stylish shirts for dad. All right. Ooh.
You shop in Columbia's Big and Tall.
No, I'm just on Amazon like every butthole right now.
Trying to spend your BTC gains.
I might buy this for my wife.
I need to get my girlfriend an I'm with stupid shirt. And then I have a shirt that just says stupid.
I'm just gonna make a bunch of Gamma Strike hats and keep them all for myself.
I swear to God, Gerg, if you make Gamma Strike hats, I want one.
I'm getting JFresh a Gamma Strike like scrunchie though.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, but for your beard. And it's gonna be in whale burst.
My beard's not that long.
Grow it longer.
Hmm.
I'll get you both. I'll make both. I'll do a beard scrunchie and a hair scrunchie. You could do like a top knot with it.
I'll do the scrunchie on in my hair. That's fine.
All right. Gamma Strike t-shirts? Everyone wants one.
Yeah, I was just thinking how great our logo would look, um,
On a hoodie.
lit up on the greater DC skyline.
Ooh. That's a good use of our
Oh.
limited funds.
Yeah.
It's like a laser Gamma Strike, like just above the NYSE for like 2 weeks. I know a guy who lives across the street, actually. We could probably just make it ourselves. We could just
Ooh.
project the Gamma Strike logo onto the NYSE for like a few weeks before, it gets taken down.
Let's do it.
I like it. Like the bat signal. Exactly. We could project it onto the bulls' balls.
Onto the bull's balls.
Yeah.
Like
Can
two
you-
of them?
Can you make sure Pima cotton? I was thinking 100% rayon. Put me down for 2 banana hammocks. Done.
Look, I just want a tiny peener hat, right? Flat bill.
Oh, are you finally
Full on
starting the
fuck right.
OnlyFans where you just put a hat on your penis every day?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tiny, cute little hat, right? And
Yeah.
I already have the season's greetings one done.
Excellent. Is it a Santa
It's a
hat?
little Santa hat, and then I painted my balls red.
This
be
was
like
my
this little bag of dip.
retirement plan, by the way.
Well, I stole it.
Bastard.
That's what I do.
Got a deck out. Later, Jen. She's gonna go shake off the baby farm darkness.
You know what?
Jin Jin was here the whole time.
She lasted
So
that entire
embarrassed.
conversation, which tells me that we are just woke enough.
No, we're not.
Woke's not in, man. Woke's out.
Yeah.
Where have you been the last 2 weeks?
Trying to not lose my sanity.
Oh, how's that working out for you?
Pretty terribly, actually. Yeah, it's one of those things. I have a thing that I was telling Girk earlier, right? I have a program that basically ran 1,400 cumulative years of data, mostly fine, and then it all just falls apart.
Hmm.
It's funny how that works.
Sorry, I'm not listening.
I know no one listens.
Shopping.
It's my thing.
All right.
It's a
Sisyphus
me
is trying to
thing.
make a case for dog abuse in the chat now. I think we're gonna wrap this up for the week.
Have we radicalized people?
I don't know. No.
Oh.
Our problem is that we're offensive enough for the audience to be offended, but not offensive enough to attract the people that want to be offended. We're not, like, we make too good of a case for our rage bait. You know
It's
what I
true,
mean?
yeah.
Like factory farms that's frightening, but probably not out of the realm of reality.
It's just dystopian enough, right?
Yeah.
What is
And-
happening over at Roomba? These things are cheap as shit.
Oh, dude, I picked up 2 more. I'm gonna have 6 Roombas in my apartment.
Why do you have do you like put like little like weapons on them and have them fight?
Not yet, but soon.
Yeah, that's a disorder, man.
No, well,
Yeah,
There's-
problem, Girk.
so there's a step down into my office. So that's, unless I install a ramp, which is ridiculous. So I needed 2 Roombas for the office. Yeah, and then I needed 2 for my bedroom.
Why do you need 2 in one room?
Well, because they need to clean under the bed and in the bathroom. And then the other 2 do the rest of the house.
Do they just run into each other all day? I
No,
don't think-
no.
did-
They're all programmed to stay in their appropriate areas.
Oh my god. Which
No,
But-
no, you should ship me
But
your
I
extra
do
Roombas.
have them all synced to empty their vacuum bags at the exact same time. So I get like a chorus of sucking noises
Oh, it's so sucky.
at exactly 11 a.m. No wonder your
God.
cat hides all the time. No, the cat loves the Roombas.
The saddest thing is that you're always home at 11 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
A chorus of sucky noises is the closest Gert gets to human contact all day.
Wait, which one? Which one do you have? Do you have the i5?
I just bought the most expensive ones.
Ugh, you're the worst.
They're like 8 or something. Hold on, I can tell you.
Because the i5s are so cheap, which means it must suck.
Yeah. I had the shitty ones before. They were not good. Oh, you know what? The ones I just bought were the i5.
Ooh,
Or I
alright.
think, yeah. The ones I have in my living room are the 9. Those are the like full house ones. And then the ones I have in my office are the shitty ones. And they suck. But it's just my office. Like they don't have to clean a lot. I also have the mop and the vacuum for each. But they're awesome. I mean, like you walk around your house barefoot and your feet don't get dirty, which is cool.
Yeah, I had one a long time ago, a Eufy brand, and it broke. But our house is so dirty. I need like a monster one.
So some of the other brands are better than Roomba, from what I've read.
Oh, this is gonna become a whole thing. This is why I don't want to buy anything ever, because I have to do too much research. Because I can't just assume that people make good products.
No, you can't. They don't, because they don't. But yeah, there's like one brand that makes like a combo one. It's like a mop and a vacuum, and it's got like little scrubby pads on it. That thing's fucking awesome. My buddy has it, and his floors are spick and span.
I just mop my floor with my hands.
And that's what you're gonna want because you got pets and shit.
Yeah, ever since Amazon became Alibaba Express, it's been rough.
It's tough. Yeah. Is Roomba still a publicly traded company?
Someone's trying to buy them, I thought.
Amazon was, or Amazon did.
All right, Jay Fresh. I'm DMing you something, Jay Fresh.
Now we know how Greg spends his 750k credit card limit. Hey, I could go with the black card and just get no limit, but then they charge you like an obscene fee every year for concierge services.
You like that, Jay Fresh?
What did he?
I did enjoy that.
What is it?
I sent him a video with the caption, "How it feels to short MSTR," and it's the dude smoking the Carolina Reaper out of a bong.
Anyway,
I don't want my house to look like fucking Farmvilles. And I don't want to have like a maid because it's weird.
we have a cleaning service,
So I just have
but they don't.
robots.
I need something in between cleans. They clean every week, and it's not enough. Like 2 days after they leave, our floor's a mess again.
Well, you gotta negotiate your price down after you get the Roombas. By the cost of the Roombas. Be like, I'm not gonna pay you guys much anymore. Because the house, like the floors are gonna be clean when you get here.
Yeah, I don't want to get a Roomba that, like, I don't know. It's gonna. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how Amazon's phone app became such dog shit. I can't even look at things. It's all like cut off. I can't just look at the list. It's all got to be like for you and AI. Ugh, I hate this shit. Give me the list of what's on sale. Let me go through it.
Win Girk affiliate links? I just want to buy. Maybe I should get like a. You know what? Maybe I should throw out my Roombas. Like, get like a Roomba, like the combo Roomba for each room. Then I reduce my total number of Roombas by 3.
You could just send them to me, Girk.
What are you gonna do with them?
Nothing.
I
You
don't want them to
know.
be lonely. I've named them.
I'm going to attach unspeakable objects to them.
I've named them after all of the characters in the film Gremlins.
I'm going to become an influencer by making videos of Will it Roomba. I'm going to do things like take a dump on my floor and see if the Roomba will clean it up.
So
And
the
then when it doesn't, I
Carl
just throw it
approach.
away. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a 49-inch Samsung monitor that's 41% off.
Is it 1080p?
It's an OLED.
Ooh. So it's like $2,000.
It is $949 on sale.
That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna take back the monitors I got and get that instead.
Yeah, I got my TV
Oh,
was like fucking on
Fuck
sale.
me, man. I clicked on the product and then clicked back, and it undid all my filters.
Yeah, you gotta reset the search.
Get fucked.
That's so stupid.
Yep.
This is important research
Where-
for Gamma Strike when we open
Why
our
are
shopping
people-
division.
Why are people still buying things from Amazon? This is unusable.
There's nowhere else to buy stuff. All the retail stores went out of business. Also, you have to be around people. I went to a retail store yesterday to return a pair of shoes. There were people there. Like, less people than I expected to be there, but way too many people.
You know, it was packed yesterday. Costco.
Costco's always packed.
Yeah, but mine's not usually that bad, but it was bad.
Bullish.
Yeah, Don Duck is crying tears of joy at hearing this.
I think he sold all his Costco.
No, did he?
I thought he did.
I mean,
know
I was
that guy
going to
does.
Costco to return a blow-up, like, Santa thing, because our neighbor has the same one.
Just put it out in your yard.
No, replace his with yours, and yours should have like a little dick on it somewhere, right? And then you return his, and then he has yours with the dick drawn on it.
Wait, hold on. Does it have like a light fixture inside of the blow-up Santa?
Yeah.
Get a suction cup dildo and stick it to the top of your neighbor's one. So they have a giant penis shadow inside their Santa.
Where do you recommend I get where do you get your suction cup dildos?
I mean, you live in Texas. There's probably like a sex shop right across the street from your local parish or church.
There's actually one right across the street from my house.
There you go.
Hey, perfect.
Is that where you got the chair?
Yeah, and we also don't need nightlights for our kids. There's plenty of light streaming in.
Perfect.
I'm at the... Oh, Atomic has DM'd me. I'm at the point in the Sunday stream where I'm obliged to tell you it's Dork's fault, not the database guy. Thank you so much for filling me in, Atomic. Now we know. This is really awkward.
Also, people look out for like really old versions of computer desktops that don't have any of those stupid AI chips and shit in them.
What's an AI chip?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's a chip that pipes your data directly into Microsoft's database.
It's a chip that
So
makes
it's just
your
like-
computer cost more.
It's just like a little bus that's soldered in.
No,
Well, no,
it's
it's like a NIC.
basically a graphics card. It's like a hardware graphics card. It's optimized for highly parallelizable, low precision workflows. So the idea would be like how much AI shit can you do locally versus in the cloud? It's
They're trying to
compute
save
waste.
costs by putting them in your computer.
No, they're trying to sell computers for more money by calling them AI chips and putting this stupid worthless chip in there.
Oh, okay. What if they just
I mean,
called them
also-
AI chips and didn't change the design of the Mobo at all?
I don't know. It'd probably be fraud.
Sounds like what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like how you see that capacitor on the motherboard. That's the AI.
Has anybody in the chat, have they played with Apple AI? Is that like cool and shit?
I don't know. You know what I did look at the other day was phones. I was like, I'm gonna replace my phone because it's been a few years, and I figured I should treat myself. And then I looked at the price of new phones, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep this shit.
Yeah, I can tell you for the last probably 5 years, every time I've gotten a new phone, I'm just like, this is just like my old phone.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at the ones they had, and they're the same phone.
That's why I just
Yeah.
replaced the batteries in my phone.
You know what I do
No,
miss,
you do
though?
that because you're poor, dork.
Well, both, but yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the fingerprint reader on the iPhone. That was the peak.
Did they get rid of it?
Technological. Yeah, they got rid of it a long time ago. They replaced it with a face reader right before COVID when everybody had to wear masks.
Huh.
But the fingerprint reader was perfect. You didn't have to like stare at your phone. You could just double click. You could do everything that you could do with your Face ID with your finger.
Is the Google Pixel still like low bloatware or no?
I don't know. Can you not delete that shit?
Not on a Samsung.
Ew.
Yeah,
I hate bloatware.
me too.
I was just complaining to somebody the other day who's younger than me, who doesn't really know any better. I was like, there was a time when I was much younger when new computers came out and they were better, and like that stopped happening about 10 years ago. I feel like every time I buy a computer, it feels slower and worse than the last one. And it's because everybody's trying to use AI to code all their shit, so there's memory leaks and overtyped variables and all this shit. And so everything's bloated and garbage, and the computer just runs actually like all the shit I used to do 10 years ago is worse now. All of it.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, that's the direction of technology, Jay Fresh. Just get on. The future is now, old man. All right.
Just making it worse?
Yeah, so it's no one. You know what? I told you before. You underestimate how incredibly low humanity's standards actually are.
It's like, okay, I've upgraded to SSD. That should be faster hard drive access. I'm up to like 32 gigs of RAM now. So I shouldn't so I should be able to run Chrome.
Oh, fuck you, Jay Fresh. Your operating system is 150 gigabytes, and Chrome eats up approximately 64 of your 32 gigabytes of RAM.
My trading view eats up 42 gigs of RAM.
Well, that's because you don't save anything, Dirk.
I don't want them to have my data.
You don't want your hard drive to have your data, you mean?
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
You know what these AI chips, Kirk? I'm not going to deny that.
Well, that's what the chip does, is it harvests your data.
At the kernel level, it harvests your data.
I mean, we're all giving our data away for free anyway.
Yep.
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna get the Pixel 9 XL.
Perfect. Allow you to jerk off to videos or get GIFs of me.
Oh yeah, is it waterproof? The phones are still waterproof, right? Even the folding ones? Thank God.
Oh, I don't know about the folding ones, but phones have been waterproof for a while now. I would imagine that would be like something you couldn't cut corners on anymore.
Yeah.
Now that people know it's possible, they'll never accept anything less.
I got to be able to drop my phone in my toilet,
in the toilet
while
directly
I'm
onto your poopy.
Exactly. Yes.
While you're masturbating.
Exactly.
All right, and with that.
And with that, we've wrapped up the weekend stream.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. 5,900 all week. Let's go.
Fucking A. Let's
That
do
sounds
it.
miserable. I really hope you're slightly wrong.
Well, there's been more intraday volatility. You'll catch some. You'll do some scalping. I believe in you.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. I'll just sell strangles somewhere. Wherever I can
Yeah.
find liquidity, right?
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'll sell strangles where everyone else sells them.
I mean, don't you just do that anyways?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right,
Can't go
guys. Have a good night. Or rest of
you
your
too.
Sunday. If anybody had any questions they didn't get to, hit me up on the Discord. I'll be around for the rest of the day. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Later.
Say it.
Later.
Later.